So, in our previous session, the recovery from the large battle, lots of inter party conflicts, not necessarily with each other, but just inwardly. The conversations being had about kind of what happened with Xander. Meeting, maybe not officially, but diving more so into Darrow and kind of getting into that personality and kind of what's driving that a little bit. A little bit of indifference from Black Star, or maybe it wasn't indifference, just confusion and frustration and tiredness, and everybody is just super bruised and bloodied, even though you've some of you have healed. I wasn't really keeping track 100%, but just tired, looking to take a break and take in the fact that you finally have a moment to breathe. Having seen the ships carrying all of these creatures heading in the direction of the mainland, having this puddle jumper that's still there, the portal that goes from the edge of this cliff down to the beach, and all of the remainder of the controls that were set up around the God Shard, the thrumming of the God Shard, which was mostly picked up by Xander, and there being some kind of maybe emotion or force coming off of it. That was something that was picked up as well. The portals are still open, and Buttercup seems to have lost her memory, at least to some extent. And there was a couple of things to tie up, and definitely a lot more conversation and things to do. So, as everyone finds themselves in this space, Blackstar just having walked away from the group to go begin investigating these, I don't call them pockmarks, but kind of rooms that are recessed into the side of the walls of this massive cave, and lots of other things still to look at, but Blackstar was going off to investigate that. I don't 100% recall what the rest of everybody was doing at this particular moment, so I will ask you.
Last thing I remember being spoken about was closing the portal. That's what I remember. I don't know if that was actually the last thing.
Yeah,
So.
and Razir had said not before going and getting a Gnosis, and Bertrand.
Yeah, I think I was going to get them. It was going to take me maybe an hour to go get them
Hour
and
and a
bring him
half,
around.
I think I said.
Yeah, hour and a half, something like that. So I'm doing that, and then everybody else is off doing little things. I think
Were we going to go
we
find the shadow thing of
Yeah.
I think after, yeah.
afterwards?
Yeah, after he comes back, yeah.
I think this is part of our short rest as we're like lightly exploring, right?
Okie doke.
Sure.
I think at this point, Darrow quietly just looks like he shuts down for a couple minutes.
Finally.
And then you just hear, "I am glad to see all of you are okay. It is I, B2.
Yeah, no, we figured, yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna hug B2.
Are we fighting?"
No.
Yes, you are.
No. I'm just happy you're back.
Well, I technically never left. I was just worried that you all had left.
So, do you know this Darrow?
Not at all. I don't. When he takes over, I don't disappear or have access to his memories as he has access to mine. I'm just there watching what's happening. At least this time. The time that you were all upset because I killed someone, I was not there.
Yeah, I know that wasn't you.
So I think I had more control this time. Or was still part of it.
Right, he mentioned something along the lines that you wanted him to protect us or something like that?
Yes. I don't know. I don't understand it, but I could not lose you. I felt. I don't know the emotion, but it felt as if for some reason I could suddenly breathe and then couldn't breathe.
See, I told you he could breathe.
Just like I can
I heard a
smell.
very different word. Um,
It's a whole other topic.
I think I'm gonna look towards everyone else that's in the room or in on the what are these called again? The ship
Puddle jumpers.
Puddle
puddle
jumper.
jumpers. What do you all think of Darrow if you were able to speak to him? Who's in this room? Oh, Xander and
Well, everybody's in this
Yeah.
room except, well, I wouldn't. Well, Brazier has already left at this point.
yeah, I think
and
Brazier left and
didn't
Black
Star.
Star.
Black Star is looking in the rooms.
So it's just Louise and Xander.
Two people that did not speak to him. Lovely.
Yeah. I don't know. What do you think, Xander?
Xander kind of spoke to him.
Yeah, a bit.
Well,
I mean, I didn't talk to him, but as long as our goals align, shouldn't have any problems. But
right.
then again, maybe figuring out what this connection with B2 is could be something pretty important to do.
Yes.
Yeah, that's about it.
That makes sense. Was Darrow mean to you?
I'm not used to people being mean to me per se. But he
They're too scared of you. That's why.
he didn't he looked he didn't look at me, at least the first time I met him, as an ally, and then in this last instance he seemed more open. I don't know how better to describe the feeling. He read different to me.
Well, I don't fully understand, but I think part of that had to do with the fact that I was still there. So, while I don't fully know anything about him, if he ever comes back, which I'm sure he will, please be careful.
Yeah. The sooner we find out who he is, what he wants, and why you guys are connected, the more comfortable I'll feel.
Well, maybe one time under the supervision we can disarm me, and like he pretends to like hand you his pole arm, and I can see if I can let him come back for questioning.
I just had a thought. We met this guy in Beacon, and we worked for him a little. His name was Zenladier. He worked with a bunch of clockwork stuff, including Xander's watch, and like worked with the Fulton doors, the magical like portal doors. I just thought about maybe he knew what you are, maybe how we could get answers about Darrow.
That could be helpful.
Yeah.
I am tired of hearing you are a part of a royal court. You're far from home. Those aren't really answers.
And then again, Xander is also pretty far, just like you are from home. He's should be in the Isle Snarian, I believe. And I don't think Islanarian would be a friendly place to us because we think they might have connections to the Chainless. So,
That is a good point.
As they're talking, from where I am, can I look? Okay, I'm trying to understand the map. This
yes, you
is
can
going
look.
down the stairs. This is going downstairs, right? This area here.
It is,
We're
yes.
we're below you.
Okay. So where I am is where I'm standing would be below this level.
Yeah, it's
where-
about 15 or so feet up.
Okay, never mind. I mean, I wanted to look around everywhere with my 1 mile vision and see if I see any points of interest.
Inside the cave? I mean, it's not hard to walk out of the puddle jumper and go walk.
No,
Yeah,
you
I
want to
didn't want
stay
to
in the
walk
puddle
away
jumper.
from the conversations.
Oh.
Like, I don't know if there's going to be a conversation yet, but I wanted to see if I could.
I mean, we're
look
waiting
out.
for you to leave to have a conversation.
All right, Garen walks out.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm just gonna head up the stairs and look around after that conversation that I had with B2 for questioning.
Okay.
Take a look around.
Sure. What are you looking for? Anything in particular?
No, I just want. I guess if I'm standing right where Razir is standing in the map, I would just want to see if I can see anything of interest in terms of like looting or. I don't know what Garen would be interested other than rocks, but at the moment he's just looking around and see if
Sure.
he sees anything.
So, go ahead and make a perception check for me. See how
We don't have advantage anymore, right?
you do.
Oh, we do. Okay, nice. Thank you for advantage.
Nice. What's that total? It's 20. Nice. I mean, it's all pretty much all the things that I had described previously, which are the two portals, which do look well adorned, but not like someone placed the things around them, but that they either grew there somehow or emerged because of the presence of the two portals. There are 4 sets of controls that are placed up on either wood or stone that have various crystals and glyphs and little levers, and like one of them has a crystal that looks like it's like almost like floating at an angle away from, because the controls are kind of like angled, like would be good for viewing if you were sitting or standing there. There's obviously the god shard and all the crater that's there, all the crystals that have grown up. It looks like there's the river that Darrow had been sitting at previously, and the boat, which is tethered by a rope, which leads further up that waterfall, which you guess is the rope that you were tugging on when you were in the basement portion of this, trying to raise this up. It looks like there are a lot of, like, something is underneath a large section of canvas on this boat that looks maybe pretty heavy. There's a set of stairs that leads to a little wooden platform that leads into a cave somewhere. You can't quite see where that goes. That's off to the left-hand side on the map. There's the 6 buildings that are about 20 feet by 20 feet that were the cages, essentially, for these creatures that were either being experimented on or just mind-controlled. You're not sure if they were the focus for the portals themselves to keep them open, but all the creatures are either dead or Buttercup's helmet thing is deactivated, so you're not entirely certain how all that works. And then there are the inlets in the cave. The Black Star, you can hear him, although he's pretty stealthy, so I don't know if you can actually hear him, but there's things to go and look at, but from even with your eagle vision, the distance you have here, there's nothing that... Black Star roll stealth. What's Garen's passive perception?
+5 that.
It's 22.
So you can hear Black Star rummaging through
Yeah.
wooden objects, whether it's crates or desks, looking under beds and whatnot, and moving things around. And he's here.
Hey.
Hey, boys.
Hello.
This guy's got a fancy earpiece thing going on this time. That's pretty cool.
It's because I was on the phone.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was just a really big earring. I was like, nice, dude.
Yeah, the army don't let me wear them when I'm at work, so I gotta rock it out at home.
It's a clip-on.
Exactly, like my ties.
Okay.
Nothing. I mean, there's a lot of things that stand out, but nothing that you're like, oh, I need to go look at this. But just as I described.
Are there any last thing, any like smaller pieces of onyx that were falling from
Oh yeah,
the ceiling?
There's onyx all over the ground.
Is there a small enough piece that I could just take with me, or they're all really big chunks?
No, there's definitely lots of smaller pieces that are here. It looks like this has happened before, and so the floor is lots of crushed onyx, and when the onyx intersected with the other onyx, that creates additional shards and things. They're probably, I mean, you guys took all the damage from it falling from the ceiling, but it also shattered and cascaded outwards away from it. So it's just, if you weren't wearing shoes or boots right now, it might hurt. But yeah, I mean, if you're trying to take a piece as a memoir, not a memoir, a keepsake for this space here, like with all the other rocks that you do, absolutely. You could take the time you need to find just the right size to kind of match the others, if you want.
Yes, I will do that. But there's more purpose behind it this time than just a keepsake. But yeah, Garen's interested in this stone specifically after punching it so much.
Yeah.
So yeah, grab a piece and tie it around where I keep all my other rocks on my belt.
It is the hardest, most resilient substance that Garen has ever encountered, including any metal that he may have come across previously. There's
right.
that word previously.
That's it for me.
Blackstar, go ahead and make an investigation check for me.
Yes, boss.
Hi, Alex.
Hello, folks.
I
I'm extremely tired.
Hello, Governor. A 17. Are you going through and very thoroughly looking at every single thing that's here, or are you just trying to toss the place to find anything that clearly stands out?
What am I looking at for the most part?
As you go from one entryway to another, they're basically all living quarters not for Cerberoth, but for the scientists that were here, although they seemed like they were under mind control as well. So you're not sure why they would need to sleep necessarily, but it's sleeping quarters. There's like a partial office kind of thing set up with a desk. It looks like maybe somebody used stone shape to make these so that there would be room for like furniture to be moved in here. They're not like super cozy, but there's a cot in each one of them. One of the larger ones has a couple of cots set up in it, and like a little table for like an eating arrangement. There's at least one chest in each of these. So this is just kind of a general roll for the whole scenario. So we're not going to roll for every single room.
I rip toss almost everything. I set the things that don't seem important on fire. I'm grumbling the entire time I'm doing this, kind of perturbed, and then I will open the chests and see what's inside.
Okay. Sure. Only one of them is locked. So you open the first one, it's full of like robes, and there's like a folded up envelope that has you're rolling for lockpicking. Okay. There's a bunch of stuff in the first one. And in the second one, there's a bunch of stuff. And in the third one is locked. And I can go in and just keep describing. When I go back and I watch these VODs, I'm like, man, I talk a lot. Just like a lot. My exposition is...
I like your voice, man.
Oh, yeah. Wow, thanks.
It suits me. I play the videos while I'm trying to sleep because it's like, wow. The dulcet tones of Tim.
Ridiculous.
Okay. So I want to look for like things that seem like mementos, like family stuff, and then
there is a good amount of that.
Okay, I want to take all that from all the rooms. I make a pile of them all, and I want to set that on fire with extra intensity.
Uh-huh.
And
I was
then I just
about to describe an envelope with a letter on the inside of it of like a father that was going to be sending to his
Really?
daughter at some point.
ooh.
And
No, I keep that then.
you keep that one.
Yes.
There's a couple of like necklaces, one of which has like a pendant on it, one of which has like a locket on the inside. There's a picture of people you don't recognize. Yeah, a lot of just like a hand knitted scarf that was probably given to someone. Like these were all real people that were here. Maybe they weren't them themselves, but they had things with them when they arrived initially, at least.
Okay. So as I'm doing this, I'm setting the scene. I'm sorry. I'm excited. Black Star's mad. He walks in here and he's grumbling to himself. He's like, I can't believe this. This is outrageous. What is happening these days? Why are we here? What is going on? I'm just setting things on fire. I'm tossing the room. Nothing here. Nothing here. This is trash. Fire, fire, fire. I start finding these mementos and I start to I'm like, huh. And I'm collecting them. I don't set them on fire, but I do keep them.
Please tell me you're gonna send that letter to the Red King and tell him to get it to that guy's daughter.
I was thinking about that. I'm also thinking we might deliver it, but I think Black Star might end up writing a song about this.
Cool. Okay.
You're gonna write us a song, the Ballad of Trial and Arrow.
I can help with that. Not Garen.
Okay.
I think it's more fun though if Garen helps.
Absolutely.
Well, I'm kind of working on it already, like a recording of like something for the group. Like on my off time, so
Ooh.
I'll just like.
Oh
you know.
man, you're gonna write the theme song for Raiders of Novus, and then I'll get to put that, with your permission, of course, at the beginning and the end of our episodes. Then I'll have to get somebody to animate something, and then we'll have an actual show on our hands.
Oh, we already have the AI animated one.
That's true.
That was still terrifying. The
Yeah, the
the Black
smiles.
Star one.
Yeah.
Yep. So you do manage to unlock this chest. On your 17 investigation, it does not appear to be trapped.
Because I definitely looked for that.
Well, technically your initial investigation was to find things, so I'll let you roll again to check for traps on this.
All right.
But
Was it in one of the Was it in one of the first rooms or one of the last rooms?
This is one of the last rooms.
Okay, then I would have calmed down enough to think about traps. Ice mode.
20. It does appear to be trapped. On a 20. It tends to be, it's an arcane trap.
Oh. How unfortunate. Do I see any of like the components, or is it like a ward or something?
It looks like there's a glyph placed like at the opening mechanism that could be dispelled, but opening the chest.
How big is this chest?
This is actually, so it's a few feet wide, foot and a half, 2 feet deep, and probably about 2 feet tall.
Okay. Can I unlock it without setting it off? Do I know?
Well, you already unlocked it.
Okay.
And nothing happened.
I'm gonna turn it around towards the wall, and I'm gonna open it from behind.
How many hit points does Blackstar have?
59 right now.
We short rested, so he
This
should be
is
good.
during the short rest.
This is during.
Oh,
Well, this isn't. He's not performing light activity right now. He's
true.
rampaging.
I thought this was
through the
after the
rooms.
short rest. I thought we short
It
rested.
might be
at
after the short rest, maybe.
Did you already
Yeah.
short rest? Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
yeah,
short
yeah.
rested. I took off to go get Enosis.
Oh, you did that after, yeah.
Yeah.
You're right, yeah.
And then
Okay.
you guys are mulling about the cave.
But now I'm just imagining the chainless thinking about the person who opens the chest, doing it from the back, and we have a Princess Bride situation with the glasses.
Blackstar, Alex, roll a d4 for me.
Oh no. Bloop. Trace.
Okay.
Three.
As the chest opens, and everyone, and well, I don't know how far away Razir is at this point, probably pretty far away. Everybody inside of the cave just hears this thundering boom come from the room that Alex is in, and it, like, Garen, B2, and Louise, everybody sees, like, from that opening that he's in, all of the furniture just comes exploding outward, just like a shotgun blast from the inside.
Garen's gonna start running over there.
I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh, okay. I don't like this.
What's Black Star doing now?
Black Star
With
team.
advantage?
It is with advantage, yes.
Advantage.
Wow.
Nice.
4 of those dice that I rolled were 1s. That is
Nice.
incredible.
We love to see it.
But out of how many dice? That's the question.
You don't know.
Sure.
4 out of 20 is
On
not
one.
that great.
Yeah.
Somehow we rolled 4 ones on 1 die.
Yeah. Somehow, because you did succeed, you only take 7 points of thunder damage, which
Alright,
is
that's not bad.
it could have been much worse. Because 7 is halved. Anyways, so yeah, your ears are ringing like it's just blinding force. The chest and I mean, first of all, you're like almost blinded from this. Does everybody go running towards this?
Yep.
I did.
Absolutely.
Okay.
For sure.
I wouldn't run. I'd go over.
He wouldn't run. He's just walking like he's fine.
I mean, at this point, yeah, it's Black Star. It's
Seems pretty pretty standard
usual
for
Black
him.
Star behavior.
Yeah, exactly.
It makes sense for B2 and Garen, the people that don't know
Yeah.
him that well.
We're still learning Black Star behavior.
So Black Star, you were, for the narrative, you were like, you saved on your saving throw, but the blast like pushed you back into a chair, and you like basically sat in it, and it pushed you up against the wall. Everything else went out of the front of this cave, except for something sitting on the ground in the center of this room that you're in. And as everybody approaches, and Black Star is just a little bit dazed from this blast, there is a beautiful pair of gauntlets sitting in the center of this room.
I've found something.
Do we need to babysit you right now?
I am an adult.
I am an
That means
adult.
yes.
I don't think that answers the
You're
question.
primordial, Grignac.
I'm gonna like grab him and stand him up since he was like in a chair, and I stand him up proper. Like, why are you creating explosions for no reason? What are you doing?
Stop unhand me, you large, handsome man. I can stand up for this one. Look, I was working through some things, and I found this beautiful pair of gauntlets. Look at me, I'm fine. Okay, as I'm actively bleeding from like one of my ears.
B2 is like wrapping bandages around him, even though he doesn't really understand. I feel like B2's the mom and Karen's the dad of Black Star right now.
All right,
Karen, you're being
enough.
too rough on him.
That's enough. It's fine.
He needs to learn somehow.
Well, yelling at
Gotta
him is
learn.
not
No.
going to make him learn.
Stop. All right. I'm fine. Get off.
I smudged some dirt off his face.
It's just my skin.
Pretend to lick and
Yeah.
just metal thumb on the.
Right?
Yeah.
Just both on my face.
On his face.
Scrapes.
Well, yeah.
I walk
After
over. I push past him. I walk over to the gauntlets and I pick them up.
Yeah, they.
it's rude.
They're gauntlets.
I need just a moment because the item that I have in this section of my notes is not the item that I thought it was, and I need to go check. And you'd think that I'm totally prepared for everything.
Yeah, of course.
This is where that
Stop.
3-month break is needed.
Not once. No, we'll come back from the 3-month break and Tim will be like, I don't remember doing this. So what did I put here?
All right, guys,
I
we're just
don't
gonna start a
remember-
brand new
I have-
campaign. We'll scrap this one.
I have no memory of these events.
To go. open a document
Insert
that I
Gandalf meme.
thought I had. That's funny.
Give me a minute. I need to look at this. I'm not sure what it is. I thought it was one thing, but it's not that thing. So I've got to peruse my internal memories.
What is he talking about, B2?
You know, sometimes when they are younger, they just like to express themselves differently.
I think I'm older than Garen.
How old is Blackstar?
How old are you?
I'm 20. I don't remember. I'm 20 something. I'm 25.
All right, I'm older than you. Mind your business.
Black Star, what did you
don't
blow up
act
this
very much
time?
older than me.
See, this is how Louise has the right attitude. Absolute apathy.
And I chuck a berry at him.
I let it hit me. I don't know why you keep doing that. And then I'll pick it up, blow on it, and then put it in my mouth.
Heal 4.
Garen will try helping you understand, but he's more confused than you at what what's in front of you right now.
Let's all gather around and look at this thing I found. You're welcome. My thievery has once again paid off to the benefit of everybody.
I mean, is it
Why were you-
thievery if they're dead?
That's
I
an
feel like we've
excellent-
had this conversation before.
At that point, does it become grave robbing?
It's
But it's not a grave.
I mean, where are the bodies? We can put
I
them
mean,
in.
it's just looting. We're taking stuff
Tomb
that's
robbing.
not ours. Tomb robbing.
But it's not
Tomb
a tomb.
Raiders.
Tomb Raiders.
We're Tomb Raiders. Call me Croft.
What, do you have cones on your chest?
I do. How'd you know? They're very pixelated.
He turns around, they're just big fire triangles.
Just disguised self fire triangles. What are we doing after this anyway? How long is Razir gonna take? Did we say?
I mean,
He said
he said about an hour, like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Is he gonna come right back here, or are we meeting him up top?
I don't
I'd
think he
imagine
said
he's bringing him to the
anything
portal.
about. Yeah, he's bringing.
Oh,
Wait,
that's-
how are they gonna get here? The Bertrude and A2
How'd we get here?
That's true. We used a spell.
teleported
Oh, no,
to
no.
his tiny
Yeah.
hole.
There was
Oh, right.
out the back cave. There was a portal that led down to the beach area.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
So
yeah,
I was
yeah.
gonna bring
yeah,
him
I
down
forgot
to the
about that.
beach and then up through that.
Yeah.
Thanks, Razir. Thank you.
I hear
Yelling
his voice
from
off
really
in the
far.
Reese.
Guys, the portal.
Don't forget about the portal.
Did anybody else hear that?
Candy Mountain,
just me.
Charlie.
Oh, he took my kidney. I mean, I'm sure Xander could cast Identify on those gauntlets if you want to know what they are.
I know, but I
Oh,
like
but-
looking at things sometimes. I don't always want to, rely on his magic. What if he? Let me not say.
Did we
that.
leave him at the ship?
What if he
I think
dies?
he's sulking.
I mean,
So
I feel like he's a bit like me, like, oh, what did Black Star blow up this time and kept going on with his own stuff?
I feel like that's accurate.
Okay, I'm ready.
Oh, all right.
I figured out.
Got it.
I figured out what.
I found
Forgot
it.
about
what
that.
happened.
I thought
Or
you,
does-
I thought he was just letting us go. I
Yes, same, I forgot about that.
No, I told you I was checking on what happened to my notes,
just
and I
totally
figured it out. It was, yeah. I thought I was prepared, and I guess I wasn't. So, anyways,
When are you?
yeah. Thanks. Yeah. It's a,
He's prepared.
when are you gonna grow up, Louise? Felix, same person.
Same person.
Okay. So as
Louis
you,
is my second name, so yeah.
it's your middle name.
Is it really?
Yeah, middle name, yeah. Yeah, it is.
Ah.
My full name is Felix Louis Beaulieu.
Louis.
Nice,
Louis.
Louis. So, yeah, Black Star picks up these gauntlets, and they look like gigantic, like they barely would have fit inside of this chest. And everybody who's here can see them. They look semi-translucent, almost like in one moment they're this really dark steel. That's the coloration to them, and they look like just very well, finely crafted gauntlets that have like runes all over, almost like the Infinity gauntlet, but kind of a dark steel color. And then they like parts of them like transfer into something different, where there's all different colored metal plates. They're like they're gold, but they have a almost like that oil kind of changes color and everything. It has kind of that flowing coloration to it. They are warm.
Pearlescent.
There you go, pearlescent. That's a good. Yep. Pearlescent in texture.
My hero.
Go the other way. But anyways, yeah, they kind of like almost feel like they're magnetized to the ground for a moment, and then they heat up really hot for a moment, and then a few moments later they have this like reverberation that kind of vibrates your hands as you're holding them, and then another moment later they feel like they have static electricity. You kind of pull one hand away and there's like a little bit of electricity running from your fingers to them. These are a powerful set of gauntlets for sure.
I wonder what and for who it could be.
These are so powerful. You know what? Because I found them, they're mine. So I think
You already have your gloves. You can't wear gloves with gauntlets.
I'm gonna sell them. I don't want to wear them. Why would I wear them? They're way too big. And then as I'm looking at them, I kind of hand them over towards Garen. I'm just gonna sell them. I just.
Yeah, I'll take them. And I'll just...
You need to pay him.
As he takes them, I pat one hand on his shoulder, and the other hand goes for his purse, and I'm gonna try to nick a few coins.
From Garen. His passive perception is, what did you say it was? 22?
22.
All right.
31. Wait, no, 33.
Made it.
No, that was... Oh, you did?
Wow. 17.
Wow.
So, Black Star, what you got there?
I've got a pair of gloves I've given to Garen, Louise. My business.
What about the other end? You know, the one behind his back?
Wow. He is a super troll.
Garen doesn't recognize that he's just staring at the gauntlets at this point.
You're welcome, Garen. How much did I take from him?
How much money do you have on you?
All of it.
I have 541 gold.
Okay.
What did you get? Culvers?
You, in your one handful, and as Louise is, for some reason, wildly calling out as this is happening, which is totally out of character for him to do that, you managed to pull 11 gold from his pocket.
All right. Bargain,
you didn't sound very happy.
Well struck, Garen.
Yeah, Garen doesn't understand what you mean bargain. He's just, all right, thanks. Yeah, I think for a minute, Garen's going to kind of just observe them and contemplate having to take off the gauntlets his mom made for him to put on these. But eventually, he'll take at least one off and try to slide his hand in on the right gauntlet.
So, yep. So, at first slide in of your hand, it does feel a bit large, even though Garen's hands are massive. So whoever wore this previously had very, very big hands and an arm.
You know what they say about people with big hands? They have big gauntlets.
So you can take some time with it to be able to learn how it can help you and also to attune to it. You did just take a short rest, but it's not like there's any threats around you. So is that what Garen's intention is, to spend some time with this and learn what it can do?
Yes, sir.
All right.
That's what I'm going to do.
Pull open Discord and the loot.
The best channel.
The best channel. This is indeed a fabled item. But it is different than all of the other fabled items. And you will see that in the second line of
Interesting.
text. Oh, why is it posting as an image?
Oh, you
That's
get a
weird.
picture with yours, Lucky.
I think
No.
before
We got pictures with
before
the
I
first
get
one.
into the like focusing on it, I'm gonna like turn around awkwardly, looking at everyone, almost with the idea like, how do I look with them on?
What in the world?
B2 just does the middle finger thumbs up.
I forgot about the locket that we found. Who has that?
You don't you? You took it from Xander?
Oh
Oh
boy.
yeah, yep. Yeah, you
Oh, that's right. I
Pocketed.
stole it. That's right.
Yeah. I think Xander I think originally Xander took it from you and then you stole it back from him.
Yes, I think so.
What was the other thing we found that had like a
The chef book.
yes, yeah.
Can I paste? There we go.
Dell is
Loot,
typing.
loot, 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 loot. He's not a fighter or a monk. He's a barbarian, Tim. Come on.
I have all of them. Every fighting class, every melee class, I will become.
Paladin.
So, in
Maybe.
their normal fabled form, they are these very powerful dark steel gauntlets. These are the gauntlets of the Earthshaker. On a long rest, you can choose to change them into their other form, which is the gauntlets of elemental fury. And so I will now go and grab that text and post that in the chat.
Oh, there's
as
two
well.
different things. Interesting.
It is 2 items in 1.
Oh,
Hey,
can I make
pretty cool.
one glove each? That'd be awesome.
Nope.
uh,
Oh wow, the stone's endurance is sweet.
Yeah, it's basically the Goliaths. Well, it's the same wording, same name, I believe, as well.
I don't know why this format
You gave
is
him
this
even
way.
more damage. That just seems unnecessary.
Oh, just wait until you see the gauntlets of elemental fury.
Says the guy with the 2d6 dagger. When I have my
Yeah.
+1 staff.
Yeah.
I'm still reading.
Hold
Jeez.
on, let me
Oh
delete.
boy.
Let me delete
So
this
much to read.
and put that in there so I can.
Yeah, so you get the separation.
Oh wow.
Good question,
You
Tim.
finished the burger already?
Rock Slide's Fury, the last part, you have this additional attack does not count against your number of attacks per turn. What does that mean?
Wait, what?
That is on the. Oh, right.
The last part of the Earthshaker gauntlets. The Rock Slide's Flurry.
So basically, it's providing in it like if you're able to make an unarmed strike as a monk as a bonus action or as a fighter.
Yeah, but the monk martial arts bonus action attack already uses its bonus action. And this one, it says you use your bonus action.
Don't hassle this man.
So basically, it adds another attack to the bonus action attack if
No.
you use
All
the
right.
attack as your the attack action.
So basically, he always has flurry of blows.
Oh, cool.
An additional unarmed strike. Well, I guess
That's
that
the
wording,
same
the wording
wording.
is just poor because I didn't clarify
It's the same wording as any other bonus action attack thing.
Yeah, that's why I asked. Because I was like, wait,
except for
it's
the
just
part
martial
about it not
arts.
counting as your It doesn't count against your number of attacks. Right?
What you could have said is like when you use
I
a
mean,
bonus
that's-
action to make an additional unarmed strike, you can make another one, like something like
Correct.
that.
Instead of it
It's
being
just-
1, it's 2.
Yeah.
If
Well, I
he's
can make-
doing 2.
I'm doing 2
Yeah, what do you think?
separate
Get
hits.
flurry of blows later.
Yeah.
Right. So you just add plus one to
Plus one
whatever
to the
number
bonus
of
action
bonus
attacks.
action attacks you would have had. Yes, it's
Right.
very, very powerful. Yes, it is.
Interesting.
I would get 4 attacks a round.
Yeah,
And then later on, you might have 12 attacks per round. It's
Jeez.
it's fine.
because if you go with go for your monk, you get flurry of blows. That's another one. Get dehasted. You get action surge.
And that's just the level 9 ability for this fabled item.
All right.
I'm now finally reading Elemental Fury. I was still
So-
on Earth.
Yes.
So what I'm hearing is B2 can retire from the front lines, and Garen's got it all. And I'll just words of encouragement.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm sorry.
No, I'm not. I think we all can just every time there's a boss, just drop Garen next to the boss,
Yeah.
and the rest of us just kind of.
Someone needs to grab a vortex warp, just TP him, and just in the boss's face.
Send in Achilles.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like I said you get, plus 1 bonus action attack per bonus action attack that you'd be able to make, and then he's just got like 32 attacks
Oh no,
in one
that'd be
turn.
insane. Yeah.
It's definitely a little OP, but it's not
Yeah.
so OP that it's.
Wait, did you
it's
grab a fighter
tired.
subclass or not yet?
No, not yet.
Go
No,
with
I think-
Echo Knight.
I mean, I know
Unleash
that's
Incarnations.
the plan that I'm going Echo Knight. So
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
It's
it's
like
so
the-
many
12 was a
attacks.
joke. 12 is not a joke.
It's
You
yeah,
can
the-
legitimately
there's so many
have
attacks
12.
3
that are gonna
levels
come out
of
of this.
Gloomstalker to get the extra attack on the first
I'm
round.
excited.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Like,
I
legitimately
envision-
going to have 12 attacks.
I
Yeah,
envision
oh my God,
Garen as like an agent from the Matrix, where it glitches out and they're like punching Neo like a million times while he's up against the wall. That's kind of what I envision Garen
It's cool.
doing.
I like the idea of this,
JoJo's.
like tankier side, and then the more like I just want to go full damage side.
Yeah, no, it's actually a really cool item.
Except the tankier side also still does tons of extra.
Still does damage, yeah.
Yeah,
I think all the Fable items are really cool. So I think you've done a good job.
I was already a huge fan of Black Stars, and now I'm like, all right, mine is really cool.
Mm-hmm. When
I
it's
get a
doing,
plus
sitting
1
in
to
a random
AC, and
side
if I
room.
hold it, I can ignore crits, but I never hold it because my hands are full.
A little extra dark vision range.
Okay,
Zender has
choose-
the expertise in every skill.
Maybe there will
I
be
can
new
choose my
fabled
damage.
items later on.
Ooh, that'd be cool. But yeah, I can choose my damage each time that my first attack, but then I can't change it afterwards, based on the wording of this. Oh no, before making an attack. So any attack, I can just be like, oh, this is fire, this one's lightning, this one's thunder.
Yeah, before
I'm gonna be
making
honest with
an
you, I
attack.
haven't read these. I made
Yeah,
this a while
So
ago.
it
I
should
haven't
be
read this
before,
before, so-
like,
You can only
When-
do that on one attack per turn.
Okay, that's what I was, guessing.
So
Oh,
just
yeah,
on
I just
one
said that
attack, you can do an extra 2d8 and have it all be one of those
That-
one of the main
that
elemental
damage.
damages.
Gotcha.
So the Earthshaker gauntlets do more damage because they have the extra d6 on every attack, and they have the extra bonus action attack.
Yeah.
And they give you Stone's Endurance.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but the elemental has
plus
some really
1 to-
good AOE, right?
On saves.
Elemental
When
burst.
he's attacking 6 times a turn, I don't think he needs to give up his
Yeah,
action
he-
to do a
His fists are the AoE.
2d6 beam.
Hey, you never know. Maybe we're getting swarmed by like 300 kobolds, and
Also,
he can punch each and every one of them. It'll
I don't-
be fine.
also-
There's no cleave damage.
I would give an item like this to a person like Jay, who I know isn't necessarily concerned about min-maxing exactly how he's playing, but will use the flavor of these to do
Yet he
some
does
very
more
cool
damage than the
things.
rest of us.
He's going to do some very cool things.
He has that luxury
yeah.
to make that choice.
I'm not a huge min-maxer. I just but this is awesome.
No,
Oh,
it's
it also
fun.
gives you resistance to the damage you chose last. That's cool.
Oh, that's super useful. That would have been super useful in that last fight. Wait, I have resistance
It's
to
almost
like
like
everything.
it was planned.
Yeah, you already have resistance to elemental damage.
So, but I could.
Yeah.
But if I'm not raging,
What could have been
The
cool is
lesson
if you
you
could have
took
done
away.
psychic damage.
no. Well, that'd be broken.
Are there any bonuses
Take
to
psychic
AC
every time and then just.
in this? I don't think there are, right?
No, I
No.
think I'm the only one who has a bonus to AC from their purple item.
Yeah.
I can grant someone
My
bonus
original
AC.
gauntlets
Yeah.
gave me a bonus, but these will make it go down to 15, which I'm fine
15.
with.
Dang.
Down to
Dang.
15.
What does Razir have? The blood orb?
Moon orb.
Yep.
I mean,
Well, I have to make it a custom item now later. Not right now, but later.
Oh, it's easy. You just copy paste it, add effects that add
Yeah.
the damage, stuff like that.
Yeah, I still can't get mine to add the extra 1d6 that it's supposed to do.
It's
It
so
should
hard
be
to-
if you,
I mostly just
Add-
roll everything independently.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
no big deal.
You'd
I don't
have to
know.
make a whole custom magic item, and even then it might not work. It's so wonky
Yeah.
trying to add extra
yet
dice.
yet they wanted us to make a homebrew stuff for everything.
Yeah.
And instead now, oh god, I feel like the character creator is so bad since everything's in legacy now, so you have to scroll all the way down.
Mhm.
I hate it.
Yeah,
Um,
bad implementation so far.
so while Garen is marveling at these gauntlets and a few others maybe who don't even know that the gauntlet exists yet are a little salty that that item's a little more powerful than the one that they have, we'll pull out away from this and go to Razir, who is going to go get Enosis. So at the beginning of, before all this happened, they were having their conversation. How are you doing that? Just in a way.
Well, the straightest way would be just, I'm floating up the cliffside
With levitate.
and just, yeah.
Okay.
Gonna walk back over to where we originally got in, and then go down and walk out the front, see if he's around. Let Bertrude know, hey, I'm gonna go get a Gnosis, and there's a portal to the Feywild. You guys can go home. If he's already at the fort, cool. If not, I'll go across the
Gotcha.
lake and hey, get him.
So you
then
do
bring him
see.
back, take them down and around the cliff to the bottom, and then up through the portal.
Okay. So what you do see is that Enosis and Bertrude are in the courtyard of the fort, and they are talking to what looks to be more accumulated outcasts who have come to the fort at this point, and there's probably maybe 30, 40, 50 of them that are just in and around it, kind of looking at things, maybe like setting up a camp, like they're making this a base for themselves just right off the bat. And Enosis is like in a heated conversation with Captain Ranvarez, who the dwarf guy is off to the side, just kind of leaning up and kind of raucous, is that the word? Right, yeah, raucous laughter, just kind of like echoing out throughout the space. And Gnosis, you can just hear his booming voice. I had said that we had to wait for the rest of the party to come back before we did anything. You are not to set up camp here. We have a deal, an arrangement. You claim to be allied with Trial and Arrow. I will not stand for this insolence. And Captain Ranvarez just kind of like is using his jetpack to hover up to where Enosis' head is, just like in the air. Is just trying to be imposing at this giant tree that's there.
Fly.
Yeah, he's just like hovering around, but is having trouble like controlling, because normally it's for like jumping distances. It's not for like just actual jetpack travel, because it's a
Yeah.
It's a medieval arcane backpack thing that he's not really used to using, so he's just kind of like barely keeping himself in front of Enosis and just kind of, waving his finger in his face. That's when you arrive. This is
How
conversation.
did the outcast make it this far?
They're like ants.
Who knows?
Crawling all over the
Stupid
place.
luck is still luck, I suppose.
A couple of them on the roof. Oh, actually, as you're walking back, you're just walking back. You're not trying to be stealthy and sneak up on the fort, obviously, because
No, it's my fort.
it is.
My fort.
Ooh, a roll.
That's good. That's really good. A laser beam fires off in your direction from the roof and just hits the tree off to the side. Just roll the natural 4 to hit you with one of the backpack guns. Just a random member of the outcast just up on the roof, just shooting at you as you're walking towards the fort. Yep.
Shoot back.
And then and just kind of
yeah.
not like, and then immediately, like, you can shoot back if you want to, but it's like smoking out of the barrel. Essentially stands up. Just yells, "Sorry about that. Thought you were, one of the chainless coming back to, I don't know, do something bad. We were told to keep watch. Sorry about that." You gonna shoot him? He missed you.
No, I want to. Does he have a hat on?
Sure.
1 in 4 chance.
I want to shoot his hat off just to
Okay.
prove a point.
Okay. Yeah, roll your attack.
There's no advantage up here, is there?
No, we were having advantage through
Yeah,
the whole...
everywhere.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but he's on the roof now, right?
I'm like up.
Yeah,
above
we
the roof
didn't have
almost,
it
or
on the
at
roof.
the roof.
The time you said we should have had it was when we got to
You
the
got
second floor.
down below the second floor,
Yeah.
which you are.
That's when
Yeah, so no. I didn't roll advantage for him, so
21.
21.
What's 9 plus 10?
Yep. It's hat, kind of floppy hat, just like the top hat part of it's just disintegrated. Whoa. Hey, you owe me a hat.
No, don't. I'll ignore him and float down to the ground level and walk over to the courtyard.
Okay. Razir. It's good to see you in one piece.
Yeah. Yeah, it all pretty much worked out well. This is Nose talking, right?
It's Enosis.
Yeah. Good to see you're already here. I was about to go get you. We pretty much cleared this place out. A couple of loose ends we're going to take care of in a minute, but we wanted to prioritize getting you and Bertrude here back to the Feywild. We got a way for you to get back home.
These Neanderthals think that they're taking over this place, and I told them that that's not their decision to make. And there's a loud clang
Yeah.
right behind you. Captain Ranvarez lands just right behind you, almost hitting you. It doesn't seem like he did it on purpose. He just kind of like, whoa, kind of almost falls over as the smoke kind
careful now.
of billows out. Well, I was just making sure that everything is, copacetic the way it's supposed to be, and just making my way around the fort here and making sure that there's nothing you missed. Seems like a pretty cozy place.
Yeah, we had a few ideas ourselves. I think we'll have to be discussing that later.
Well, seems like our last place we were holing up in was not only wet and damp, but also taken down, and quite a few of our men were lost in that kerfuffle, whatever it was that happened. So I think, if nothing else, we want to be able to, rest our heads here for a few days, if not for longer.
Yeah, I'm sure that's fine.
Message has gone out to a couple of our other outposts that this place has gotten taken down, so we don't have any problem just kind of bringing all of our friends along to make sure we've got a little bit of a force to back it up, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, that's all. That's all well and good. That's fine. We'll well, like I said, we got some things, some loose ends to tie up, things to clear out down on the ground still. But I think we'll have some discussion about this, some ideas, and work something out.
Found quite a few of those backpack thingamajigs. Feel like we've really upgraded our weaponry here to. What I'm
Yeah.
trying to say is we were kind of, I know you're the whole rest of your crew somewhere else. Everybody made it out all right, right?
Yeah.
So what I'm trying to say is you have quite the gumption and the will and the drive and the force to be taking down an entire chainless space. I won't say all by yourselves, because we obviously played a very large role in your success in taking this place down, but you have kind of the wherewithal or the thinking, Mabob, but I can't quite really put the words together correctly, but it's more so that you're capable of thinking good. And we're not exactly on that level, or at least I don't like everyone to know that I'm not quite on that level, but everybody listens to what I say, right? And a couple of them are just like, yeah, kind of put their hands up. One of the lasers fires off into the sky at the same time. Right, we got this under control, so...
I'm picturing he was still in the
Yeah.
building, too, so just in the roof.
So what I'm trying to say is things were a bit tense between my crew and yours for a little stretch there, and we kind of came to an agreement, and I think we make a good team. I think that you all being as small of a group as you are would make a really nice addition to the Outcast.
Yeah.
Kind of like sidekicks, you know.
I have to think about that one. Really put some thought into it. But like you said, we're thinking kind of folk, so we'll do that, and we'll
Well, more like an
back you up.
advisory role, you know, kind of like helping me do the thinking, and I got the charisma that I bring forward to kind of lead everybody, you know.
I think
Yeah.
Darrow would kill this man.
Yeah, you got something going
Most
on.
of us want to
that's
kill
for
this
sure.
man.
Yeah.
Look, like I said, we're on still got stuff going on, so we'll discuss pleasantries and details later.
Yeah.
But all seriousness, good job keeping out the rest of them chainless and holding the fort down.
Yeah, right. Well, that's what we're all about. And I heard somebody say that they started kind of going down into some kind of underground something or other. That I don't know if you guys left something open, but there's some like big room with lots of alcohol, and we're looking forward to that. So we might end up making our way in that direction, unless you had other plans for it.
Not anything particular, but yeah, don't go too far down there.
Anything else dangerous we need to be worried about? I'm setting a couple men down
Yeah.
there, so I should stay out of the
quite
basement
a few
then.
things. Pretty much, yeah. That's part of the things we're still tying up.
All right,
Might want
well-
to stay out of there.
All right, we'll only grab maybe, 20, 30 bottles, and we'll bring them back up, and then we'll be all set. So,
Yeah.
good. All right, well, hey, good job to you and your crew, too. You kind of like
Actually,
goes
y'all
to
might
give
not
you...
want to go down there at all. Just stay away from the walls.
That's rather ominous.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a couple nasty things still down there. Like I said, we'll be dealing with some stuff.
And I got two men down there right now. I should go get them back.
You should.
Yeah, well, I was just gonna kind of, and he like really super extra awkwardly like goes to give you a shoulder punch, like as though you're buddies now, but he's just so awkward. He kind of like steps for a second, and he's just, I was gonna go just kind of get and then kind of doesn't even touch you.
Yeah.
He accidentally doesn't touch you, and then he thinks he does, and then he walks away, heads back towards the entrance of the
Yeah.
fort.
Man. Anyway.
I want to step on him, Razir. I wish to crush him and end his life for all of our sakes, but I'm afraid his little thing that causes fire to sprout from his behind that will explode on my foot.
Yeah, Matt. I ain't. Yeah. 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 Look, let's just see about getting you home, and you don't got to worry about him no more at all.
All right.
So there is a portal to what we assume is the Feywild that down in this cave. We'll have to go from where we are. We'll have to go that way down around that hill that's behind the fort and down to the shoreline, and then there should be a way for us to get up from there. Might take a little bit of walking, but you got long legs.
I do. And so does Bertrude. Quite beautiful. Anyways, yes.
I just look at her and like
She is currently on the ground, like sitting on the ground, and there's a couple of the outcasts that are kind of around her, and she looks like she's like embellishing and telling a story to them, and they look like children. They're like all crowded around eating like jerky and like looking up at her. And she just kind of looks up. Oh, well, we're ready to go. Oh, I don't think Razir talked to her. I think it was Garen and B2 had gone to go.
yeah.
I also wondered if she ate berries.
She looks healthy enough as it is.
None of my business.
Oh,
Howdy, ma'am. I'm here to fetch you and get you back to the Feywild. You and Novus both.
well, I've seen dead trees before that were talking. Dead men, not as often. But thank you for your help. I very much appreciate that. And I guess it'll be time to be on our way then. And she kind of like pats all the outcasts on the head, and they all kind of like give this wailing cry, like they're upset that she's leaving, just like children would, as they all, like one of them literally, as she taps him on the head a little too much, kind of knocks him out, and he falls over backwards and spills his jerky on the ground. And so she stands up, and they follow you.
I just, as we travel around, I just give them a quick little lowdown of like why there were portals happening and like how they may have been pulled in, and corroborating with Bertrude's experience of them trying to mind control her. Be like, yeah, they managed to do that with a couple of other creatures they grabbed from the Feywild, and they used them to kind of like make this stable portal. And before we're trying to, we don't want it to stay open because it's a problem. But before we shut it down, we want to make sure they can get home through a guaranteed portal rather than trying to wait for possibly another random portal to open up now that the experiments are done.
So we don't know whether or not these experimental or these random portals are going to cease from opening. We don't know if that's going to just continue happening.
No way for us to know. We were assuming they were happening because the Chainless were experimenting and trying to open portals without having the right anchor or something. Xander might know a bit more, have a bit more of a theory idea, but I think that's what we're working off of. But now that they had the stable one, they weren't going to have more random ones, or maybe the stable one was there, caused the random ones. Maybe what's we ain't the scientists. We don't know.
Right. How is Xander? He seemed a little nervous when the last time I spoke to him.
He's alive.
That's
made
good.
it through.
That's good.
Somehow.
It was a tough fight. We're all kind of a little mentally ragged.
You look a little bit
healed
tired.
up a bit. Yeah, it was a lot.
Bertrude leans over. Isn't that because he's dead? No, stop being so rude. These people saved our lives. Yours in particular. We owe them everything. And they're sending us home. Just looks a little wrinkly to me. You look a little wrinkly sometimes in the morning, too. She whacks them as they're walking.
Do I hear them?
Oh, yeah, they're not being... Yeah.
I just chuckled to myself.
Yeah, so... Any other conversation you wanted to have with him or them as you're walking back?
I would double check now that Bertrude's here and we could talk. I would ask. So I know we kind of touched on it a little bit with Enosis, but one of the other creatures one of the main reasons we came here was to save a young unicorn, I guess it was. Y'all know much about them in the Feywild? Because we're trying to figure out what to do, what's best to do with him.
Bertrude, I don't know if you were addressing any one of them specifically, but Bertrude
Oh.
kind of speaks up. I've seen them around. They are just kind of regal creatures. When they're small children, as they are, they kind of gallivant and sometimes break off away from their parents and kind of make their own way and sometimes get lost, but they always find their way back. Recently we've had a lot of strange things happening with these portals opening and people going missing and things like that. But apart from that, I don't know too much about them. We're not really friends with any unicorns. I've seen them, though.
Right. All right. Just trying to learn a bit about this young fella. They got lost, they got kidnapped, they got their horn cut off, they befriended a kid from here, and now we're trying to figure out whether it'd be best to just send him back into the Feywild or let him go meet with the kid that they befriended before trying to get back home, or what. One other thing we're going to try and deal with as well. It's just, I was asking if y'all knew anything, like if they needed to be in the Feywild to survive or something crazy like that.
Oh, I don't think that's the case with anything from the Feywild that I know of. We're here. We've been here for a little while. Haven't had any ill effects.
Right.
Sorry, we couldn't give you more information. Maybe something in one of your storybooks could tell you. And by storybooks, I mean
maybe
something from his history.
Right. Yeah, maybe Xander forgot something, or who knows. Either way, we're working on it, on our long list of to-do things. So,
Okay.
right. So yeah, down around that way, around this cliff. If y'all can make your way down to the shore, we'll follow that back over. Blah blah blah. Direct them.
Sure. So you eventually do that. That is probably relatively around the same amount of time these guys were doing their shenaniganery. Although there was other time for B2 or Black Star to be doing other things. I think that it was just Garen who would be spending time with these gauntlets and learning, because that happened only maybe 15-20 minutes after Razir left. So before they arrived, was there anything else that you guys were wanting to do in this cave before you all reconvene?
I think B2 will, not that he plans to go through the Fey portal, but because he keeps getting told he's like from there, he's just gonna get close to see what happens. Like, not like touching it by any means, but just kind of like curiosity, kind of like how a cat investigates something, just slowly, just to see if, what happens, or if he feels like a pull in a way to it.
Yeah. Does anyone else go with him to go examine this portal?
Yes,
Aaron,
Black Star goes.
Yeah. Louise?
Yeah, I'll go as well.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, it's just not even a smooth surface. It's just like a doorway, and you can. It's a little bit muted, so like a kind of a glass sheen over it, right? But you can see out into down into a small valley. Looks like this portal on the other side is placed up on like a hill and is overlooking a valley with kind of mountains up on the left and right hand side, and down. Sorry, I just heard something from
That's
someone.
my roommate. Sorry.
Gotcha. Yep. Kind of like a switchback walkway that goes all the way down into this valley, and there's an encampment there. You can see tents and fires with smoke kind of rising up into the sky. There's a big meadow. It's kind of surrounded by a nice forest. It's very, very beautiful. There's like wildflowers that grow all throughout it, and it is very, very clearly chainless. set up in this very large encampment, and you see like rows and rows of like fey creatures that look like they're chained, bound to the ground, bound to posts, and there is like it's far enough away where you can't make out the exact details, but it looks like this is an encampment set up to install these helmets on creatures that have been captured and brought here. Some of them are bigger, some of them are smaller, and they're in the process of enchanting and putting these helmets on things because they don't know, or at least from what you can tell, they don't know what happened in this space. You don't see. Actually, how about all three of you make a perception check with advantage?
Certainly.
So it's going to be lower than my passive perception, but still.
Wow.
I got the lowest!
I'll say, so all three of you. There's like a couple of trees. Yeah, there's a couple of trees at the top of this where the switchback walkway kind of comes up and around. It's just kind of like a stone and dirt path. It's very natural on the other side of this. There's no guards or anything chainless around where this portal is, but it's just open. And you see two individuals in chainless outfits, garb, kind of walking up the path, and just as their heads get above where they can turn and look and see the portal, they just kind of like they're talking to each other, and one of them, their eyes go wide and glance over in the direction. The other one kind of turns and looks and sees the three of you standing on the other side of the portal, and they kind of like just stand there for a moment and like look at each other.
How far away
and
are they?
then they're from where you are, probably about 60 feet.
All right, I step through the portal and I cast Hold Person on both of them.
You step through the portal.
I mean, this is there's a whole encampment and then two chainless. I don't know if they can come through. Like I'm concerned. Without thinking.
As soon as Black Star steps forward, B2 follows.
What I was going to say, which is the reason I asked if everybody else was walking over, B2, as you're stepping up to this portal, and you noticed it right away, but kind of didn't. Hold on. As you're walking up to the portal, this kind of glassy surface that's here, you see Black Star walk through, and you kind of like almost had your breath caught for a moment, because in this glassy surface you see a reflection. Would you do me a favor and describe to Louise and Black Star what Darrow looks like, please?
Yeah, absolutely. I think so. Darrow stands about 6. I want to say 6'8". Like, he is a tall human. He is wearing very prestigious, like, knightish. I guess. Yeah, never mind. Sorry. Plate armor that has, like, on the front of the plate, it's got a lion kind of roaring. And he stands muscular, not by no means on the level of Garen, but he looks like a man who's, since as long as he could, has been building muscle for war, and he's got longer hair on the top and the undercut kind of style shaved, but on part of his face he's got like a scar that's taking away some of his hair. On his throat, he's got a scar on the front of him. There, he looks very. I mean, he still looks like a handsome gentleman. Like, they're underneath the scarring and the age, there's definitely some handsomeness to it. And in his eyes, he's blonde. He's got blue eyes, but they look just pure rage, just angry, upset, and not the rage that Garen shows, but I think it was used earlier, like a bloodlust level rage. Standing, he's holding in his hand his sword, or a sword-like his current one, and in his other, he's holding a sickle, like a reaper, like a half reaper scythe, and yeah, and he's got a little bit of a like a 5 o'clock shadow kind of going. That
What color is his hair?
Blonde. He's blonde.
Blonde, as I did. Yeah, okay, good. Want to make sure I had that detail correct. Everybody
nope, you're good.
paid attention to and heard what he said, right? I just see everybody's eyes off to the side of their screen like they're looking at something else. So I just wanted to make sure.
I like this. Do we see it?
You, that's a really good question. Yes, because I asked him to describe what he looks like.
I just like the scar.
So-
I like the idea of the scars and the haircut. Just sounds so cool.
Yeah, like
Awesome.
like part of the hair that's like dim is because there's a scar there, so it's like
It's like a hard part, but it's like a permanent hard part.
yeah, yep.
But Black Star steps through, goes to cast Hold Person. B2. You see this. Everybody, the other two see this. Black Star probably wouldn't have changed what you did, right? Because you rolled perception, so obviously
Absolutely
all
not,
three
yeah.
of you. Yeah, you just walked right through. There isn't a sound. There's no like reverberations that occur. It is just a temperature change. It's like you're walking through a door from like a really cold space into a bright, sunny, gorgeous summer afternoon in the space. And the sun coming down, which was not casting as much light through the portal as there is now, kind of beating down on you. Even though there's trees above, it's still like shafts of light coming down, and you see this. And that's where we're going to take our break. So, as you're all going through this, or at least Black Star steps through the portal, P2 having seen his reflection in this surface of the portal itself, Garen, who is with them, with you guys, and rolled pretty high on your, aren't you? No, Garen, no, you're with I'm sorry, it's Louise that's with the group. So,
Yeah, that was an accidental roll that I did with the attack. So,
gotcha. Yeah, I'm just, paying attention. Very, very much paying attention. Very much on point. Let me use it. All right. So Black Star steps through. You immediately reach out and cast Whole Person on both of them. What kind of saving throw? Is it a Wisdom or
Wisdom.
Constitution? Yeah, Wisdom.
17.
The one closest to you immediately kind of like freezes up a bit. The other one kind of looks like they are about to freeze and then kind of shrug it off and immediately turn around and begin running down
hold
the
on.
path.
Very quick. I'm gonna roll, kind of like you did that one time. Let's see. Okay. B2 freezes at the door by seeing the reflection, so he doesn't step through. So
Gotcha.
I just
Okay.
wanted to leave
Okay.
that up to the fate of the dice.
Yep. Okay. Louise, you see, or I'm sorry, going back to Alex, you were like,
No,
Okay.
yeah, I thought I'm not attuned to this item anymore, so never mind.
okay.
Alright,
What does
I mean,
Louise
you don't
do?
really.
Luis,
I'll-
stop him.
How far away is he?
If you were just a few feet behind. So he is beginning to run, but he's about 65 feet from you. You could move forward and do
Nice.
something.
Yeah. But that's my last spell slot. You know what? Yeah, I'll go for it. I'll cast command and command him to. Yeah. Command. Well, they give us examples. I'll use one of them. Approach. So he needs to make a wisdom save. If he
Okay.
fails, he needs to use his movement to come towards me.
As just so you know, Black Star had. Are you stepping through the portal?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, you are. Okay. You did hear Black Star say, "Come on, Louise, we got to get these guys," but it was. It was muffled and unintelligible, even though he was only 10 feet from you on the other side of the portal. So it's good that you're stepping through to do this. You cast command. It's another wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom save, yeah.
Gotcha. That's a 5.
Yeah, so when it gets, well, I know we're not in like turn order, but when he needs to come towards me.
Okay. Yeah, we're just gonna kind of keep this loose for right
Yeah.
now. How long does hold person last as a concentration?
Yes, it's
Yeah,
a
and
concentration.
they can repeat the save.
Yeah, at
Okay.
the end of every turn.
Gotcha. So the person's freezes. The one person like goes to turn and run and gets like a foot, and then stops and hears the words, and then kind of like turns around and just walks towards you about 40 or so feet.
Okay.
Um,
Can we
yeah.
we get to go again?
Yep. Go ahead.
All right, so to move my full action, pull out my dagger and say the indignity. And then once I get close enough to this guy, because it's 30 feet, so it should close the distance, right? A normal move.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to town on this buckaroo.
Okay. Full attacks. Yeah. Absolutely.
Attacks.
Thank you.
Buckaroo. No longer advantage, huh?
That is correct.
If he's commanded, do I get it? No. I don't
Nope.
get it.
No.
Okay.
If he has hold person on the other guy and you're within 5 feet, you do get advantage. And if you hit, auto crits.
Okay.
The
That's
guy
too
who's
far.
held.
Right.
Yeah. The hold person, yeah.
Actually, no, that's okay. I already rolled my attack. It's fine.
I'm just going to put some tokens just so I can keep track of the individual health and all that. I'm going to put some tokens on the board next to the
Mermersion.
portal, seeing as we're not
That's a
necessarily using this. Oh. So the first attack as a 15 misses. The second one obviously hits with a natural 20.
Really?
7 plus 4 is 11. And then
D6, the 2d6.
this is, oh my god, 4 plus 12. So it's what?
16.
27. And then my last one for the Phantom Veil is another 4 plus 6 is 10. So 37 points of damage.
That's a lot of damage.
Yeah, boy. And then 11 of it is acid, and then 10 of it is
It's 12 now.
12. Okay, 12 of it
12
is
acid,
acid. And
No, 16. Sorry. The 2d6.
oh, that's right. So it'd be 4 plus 12.
4.
16.
Yeah.
So 16 is acid,
Yeah.
and then 10 is necrotic.
Piercing.
Oh, so these guys have uncanny dodge, so he's going to use that to have the damage from this attack, which brings it to 18 instead of 37.
Inappropriate.
I already subtracted the 37. There we go. And yeah, what is that?
For my bonus action, I will do Mantle of Inspiration, or Burn of Bardic Inspiration. Can move up to, as a bonus action, we can move up to our movement speed. Yeah, using our reaction. So I go up, I cut this guy, miss the first one, cut him across the chest on the second one, and with the second hit I go, let's rock and roll, baby! And then I just take off running towards the other guy that's paralyzed behind him.
Okay.
Right. I'll also
So it's
move towards him.
Yep, Louise.
Well,
you
I
step
mean,
up.
with the mental inspiration.
Oh, gotcha.
It
Okay.
allows me to move using my reaction, yeah. And it's 5 temp HP, right?
Yes, also, yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
This man knows my character better than me.
As all that's happening, B2 is going to yell, realizing he's kind of frozen, and he's going to yell, Garen, Xander, they went through the portal! And I'm going to see if I'm still frozen? Okay, no, okay. Yelling kind of snaps B2 into action, and not that he really closes his eyes, being a Warforged, he kind of turns away and like tries to run through where Darrow's and standing in front of him as a way to like, he doesn't, like, he's trying to protect himself from becoming that.
Gotcha. Okay. So, running forward, and as you hit this barrier, there's a moment where everything is stretched, and there's like a it's almost like a leg and an arm, and the blonde hair emerges from the other side of the portal, and then it reverts back, and it is indeed B2 that's going through this. But there's like almost like a glitch in the Matrix where it's like staticky and like, and then you come through the other side.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. He kind of takes a moment, and then he pulls out his glaive of the Iron Sentinel and starts trying to catch up.
Okay, I'll let you take your full action. Although we'll just have Louise finish. No.
Yeah.
You used your reaction.
Mine was my reaction.
Your reaction. Yeah. Okay, so go ahead and Louise, take your full turn.
All right. Well, Shillelagh to twack the paralyzed guy with my shit.
Whack.
Okay. What's your movement speed's 30?
Yeah, 30.
Okay.
Plus,
so
I moved the other 30 because of the.
Yeah, you can get all the way there. Yeah, with your regular movement. Yep, makes sense.
Whack him with my stick.
Or do you flank him with me?
We don't need to. He's paralyzed.
Oh, that's right. You're right.
We get advantage.
16 just hits.
Stop drinking.
Just hits. All right.
And stop drinking as he drinks more.
Since he's paralyzed, auto crit.
Auto crit, baby.
Okay.
Where is it? Oh, I don't have this left. Next for you, so that is 17 plus 11, 28.
When they're paralyzed, can he use his reaction?
Nope.
No.
He cannot. Okay, so how much damage was that again? 27?
28.
Incapacitated.
28?
Yeah. Yeah. Wait, was that 17 plus 11? Yeah, 28. And
an
crit
20.
on my auto crit.
30. Your crit on your auto crit. Nice.
Yeah. And that is 18 points of damage on the second attack.
Nice.
Nice.
And that was my movement, my bonus action, and my action. That would be my turn.
Okay, B2.
Yep. I'm gonna run at the one that is the closest, so the one that had the approach.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Can I make it to him? I couldn't. I don't remember his. Distance.
He's about 20 feet from the portal itself, so yeah, you can make. Yeah, absolutely.
Perfect. So, and then I'm just gonna swing. Because I moved 10 feet in a straight line, I'm gonna do my thunderous charge. So he will take an extra d6 and has to make a saving throw if I hit.
That's thunder damage, right?
Oh, you're right. Never mind. I'm not going to
just
make a loud
to make
bang.
Sure that,
no, thank you for reminding me. I'm not going to make a loud bang, and I'll just swing at him normally.
Okay.
Regular style.
Regular style. Never mind. I won't.
Oh.
B2's a little messed up right now.
Off his game.
Yeah. Okay. So you come in to swing, and this guy just kind of like to the side.
I'll swing again.
Mm-hmm.
What is he doing again?
Pick it up, swing it around from the left to the right.
Oh, guys, I almost rolled a 2.
19 does hit, though.
That was... B2's really messed up. Alright, so there's the flat damage. Oh, good, it automatically re-rolled.
Wow.
Ooh, that's much better, yeah.
Yeah, yep. And then the +6, I gotta roll manually. Oh, perfect. So
20 points of damage.
20.
Yeah.
20.
And then
They're both looking real hurt.
Because we short rested, knowing the threat that's I'm gonna action surge to just make sure this guy goes down.
Okay.
So, boom. All right, there we go.
There he is.
Uh-huh. Is it just eight? Oh.
There we go. 1.
9
Wait,
damage.
does you re-roll that with the great weapon?
It's the after damage. It's the plus 1d6 force damage. So
Yeah, I know, but does it? Is it? Does
I think
it
it's
say
just
like
a weapon, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
fighting curve.
you re-roll.
When you roll damage die, 1 or 2 are damage die on an attack roll you make with a melee weapon. With 2 hands, you re-roll the die
Steady
and must
damage
use in
dice.
re-rolls. So, It does say it
It's not
adds
just
that
the
damage to
damage?
the attack, so you should be able to reroll
I would
those.
agree with that.
Okay, cool. Then I will re-roll that one. Not much better, but
So it's 10 damage total, right?
yep. But
Yeah.
I still get my second attack from my extra surge.
He's on
Two
death's
extra
door,
attacks.
but he's not down yet.
Heck yeah.
13 does not hit, unfortunately.
Not down yet.
You're right. He's not down. I should have fighting spirit.
He's
I
having
should've-
flashbacks to the cliff.
I know. Well, I guess. Have I used the bonus action?
Nope.
Nope. So I'll do because pole arm. I can
Wait,
hit with
you did two. That was your third attack, right? With action search, get another one.
No, I've done 4 attacks.
No, that's
Oh, you've done
that's,
four.
that's all his attacks.
Yep.
All right,
so
sorry, I
have
thought
not-
you only did 3 for some reason.
no, you're
You
good.
have not
So I'll
actioned yet.
I'll just B2's
Your
having some
butt.
struggles right now.
Hit him with your butt.
Okay. What is this? This is a
It's the bonus action pole arm master where I can hit it with like the bottom end of the
Gotcha.
pole arm.
So 16 does just hit.
Unrelated
perfect,
question:
but-
what level would we start at in a main campaign? Sorry,
5?
Five,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
got it.
I hate
okay,
you so
then-
much. I hate you so much. We're playing the game. Stop.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You're like a
It's okay.
child. You are
No,
a
I'm not. You're a
child.
child.
What do you mean, like a child? He is a child.
6 damage is just enough to finish him off. Essentially, it's just it was 1 point more than he had. So you're
Or
still
there's
rolling.
I did. Yeah,
Oh,
because the force damage too. So
Okay, right. So yeah, you're just kind of
I
hit him.
struggled through it, but I got it.
Bam, falls down to the ground. His friend
all my
who's
resources.
still held kind of like tries to look over but can't move at all. That is the end of you guys' turn. So this one poor last chainless guard who's held person, does he make the saving throw at the end of his turn?
It makes it the end of his turn, yes.
Okay, so it's his turn, and now it's the end of his turn. So so he'll make a wisdom saving throw and roll a natural 1. Amazing. Amazing. Look at him! Look at him with his player's handbook!
Comedic effect. Comedic effect. It's okay.
Oh, man.
yeah,
All right, Black Star,
Good
Black
bit.
Star, you are in front of this poor individual who looks very damaged. B2 just finished off the one closest to the portal, and this guy is still held, locked in place.
I look at him and I say, "This was the wrong day to go on patrol," and then I'm gonna start stabbing.
Okay.
First one.
You know what? Since he's stabbing so much, maybe Telnero is just London.
25 hits.
And remember, auto crits
Auto
on
crit.
those.
It's, I mean, you're just gonna just roll. I mean, you might as well see how bad you obliterate this guy.
Oh my god, that's 12.
Okay, he has 8 hit points, so
Just missed.
All right, let me roll my second attack damage.
Wait, so 12 is 29, 37, 48, 64, 60, 66 damage. Is he
All right,
dead?
so-
Wow.
Standing right in front of him, I lean in close and I say, "Wrong day to go on patrol." And I stab him once in the gut, and then I cut him across the throat. Just take the whole thing out.
just there's like no sound essentially because he's held until he dies essentially. So it just everything falls out of his body and he just goes limp and falls to the ground without a sound.
I look at everyone else. All right, we need to drag these bodies away. Are we gonna close these portals after us? Also, and I look back where the portal was. Is there anything there?
There's the portal. It's just
Okay, good.
in this like forest at the top of this hill mountain thing that you're on right now.
I didn't think before I stepped before. Thank you for the support. I appreciate both of you. Should we take these guys through, and then we need to discuss this?
Yes, I think we should hide the bodies. Bring them through.
All right, B2, you get this one. Louise, you help me with the other one because neither
Yeah.
one of us is as strong as him.
Oh my god, we should turn B2 into. We should hide the bodies.
Hide the bodies.
Had the bad. All right, we drag him back through the portal.
Okay.
What do we
It-
do?
We
Just one thing, real quick. Sorry. You do look down into the valley, like getting to the edge of this, because that's where you were, where the one guy was that you killed mercilessly. And you look down, and it's just this switchback winding thing that goes down into this valley. It's like maybe a couple 100 feet down to the base of this, in this deep valley. And the only reason you had this perspective is because the ground from where the portal is does tilt downwards slightly towards it, so you kind of have a bird's eye view to see the encampment that's way off. And there's a good amount of chainless that are down there. There's like maybe not 100, but including like the army that they're building up, or this portion of the army that they're preparing, there's probably maybe like 30-40 chainless, and there's probably at least 100 of these creatures that have already had the mind control helmets on them. And they're just kind of spread out, and there are patrols. They're like, you can see them out in the valley kind of making rounds, just like little dots on your perspective. There don't look like there are currently any that are heading towards the switchback to head up this way. Maybe this was just they just very occasionally come up, because the cave was held by Cerberoth and like some, powerful stuff going on in the God Shard and everything. So for now, you feel like you have some time before something else might happen, but it probably won't be too long before those guards go missing. So sorry. And that's probably what you were about to be talking about anyways.
Yeah, so I don't think the trees are gonna be able to go back home through here at least.
Probably not safe.
Yeah.
And there's a good amount of open space like in the forest around where the portal is, and the portal's probably like a
also
quarter
just
mile from
go
the
this way and
encampment.
go the other way.
Right.
We'll see when they get here, but we need to. Are we going to deal with this now, or do we just shut down the portal and cut them off?
I mean, we don't know how regularly they have their patrols come through. So what if they come through and they just see us on the other side of the portal, alert everyone before we get a chance to close it?
we just don't stand in front of the portal. We've been here
I
for
mean,
a minute, and that
I
hasn't
look
been an
back
issue.
at the cave. There's also, all the giant obsidian onyx fragments and the bodies on the ground.
Yes, but we've been here for 2-3 hours already, and it hasn't been an issue.
That's a good point, B2.
That is true, yeah.
So I think they have faith that whatever's here is natural, and as long as we just do not show ourselves at this time, we can, before they get here, we just see where the patrols are before they go through.
Assuming a patrol was walking away the moment we finished or did what we did, they missed it. It's been 2 to 3 hours, and they were just now walking up. So it would take them 2 to 3 hours to get back. Or they were walking away, they would have swapped, high-fived, the next group comes up, hour and a half down, hour and a half back, hour to an hour and a half. So then they were coming up, it'd be an hour and a half until they went back down, and an hour and a half until another new one came back up at the least. If it's regular.
Yes, I follow your math.
So the arithmetic is arithmeticing, and in that case, I mean, we have some time, but we get the trees through, and then we destroy it. I wonder if they have another portal somewhere.
I feel as if we destroy the portal, my only concern is if we destroy the portal, do they just sit there creating an army?
Until a new portal's opened up.
Yeah. Or do they lose the technology?
Oh, you know what though? Tim, you said there were other like patrols that we could see somewhere.
Timmy.
I don't,
Did he call you
I
Timmy?
don't think he did.
Mm-mm.
I misheard that.
Um, anyways, yes, you could see. Anyways, you could see other patrols that were out in the valley that were making their way around the outside of this valley.
So if this is one of the bases that we've learned about, what if there's a portal at every base? They could be amassing this army, sending troops through certain portals at certain intervals. So even if we cut this one off, it just means more at another spot.
Then again, if we are planning on turning this into somewhat of a permanent base, having a portal that the chainless can come through to see however they want might not be a good idea.
True, and then
And maybe we should check the other portal.
That's a very
Oh,
good point.
that's
gonna-
a good point.
So Garen did hear B2 yell that out into the chamber, and I would assume, I don't know if Garen came running, but would probably have arrived even before this moment, but I'm going to say that if you wanted to have been running towards them, you would arrive now.
This interrupted my attuning, right?
I'll say no.
I mean, to attune, you can do it during a short rest. Just coming over to us to talk shouldn't interrupt your short rest.
It's fine.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm there now. You come running
Only if
in.
you want to be.
Well, I did. I just didn't.
You don't
I didn't,
have to.
I didn't want the attunement to stop. So
And
it's
I
like, I'll
didn't
just
want to ruin your fun, so...
Yeah, right. You don't want to ruin a spot.
Yeah, I'll probably come in and I'll look around, kind of confused, because would I have gotten there before they finished, or like as they just finished fighting or whatever the fight?
You get there now.
Okay. What's? Oh,
B2 just points through the portal.
what's going on?
Garen, what do your eagle eyes see through the portal?
Oh, that's a good point.
All right, that's all I'm good for. My eyes, and I'll look through.
No one said that. Why are you so dramatic? I thought I was dramatic.
I thought Xander was dramatic.
Right? Thank you, B2. I love you.
Oh yeah, I'll look through the portal. I don't know if I'm able to see like deep within the portal as opposed to just like an image that the portal's showing me.
I would say that to get a really proper view, you would need to step through the portal to be able to use
Then I
your
will.
feature.
Just puts his head in.
Yeah, just
I'll
sticks
do-
his
I'll
head
do
through
that.
the portal.
I'll
Okay.
stick my head in.
Ooh, I'm
Cool.
a floating head.
Okay. First, I'll ask you what because the description that I've given was enough to kind of paint the picture of what's here. Are you looking for anything specific?
If I don't see anything that I can add, then no. Then like if I can't go beyond what they already saw, then yeah, that I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna relay everything that they already probably know.
Okay. Then I'll have you make a perception check.
Okay. Since my body's still inside the cave, do I get advantage?
But your eyes, which you
My
use to
eyes
see,
aren't
are
in there.
not.
So yeah. I'm kidding.
What
I'm
do you
kidding.
see with your
I'm gonna say no.
I'm kidding.
How about no?
Total of 11. Although this looks like a temporary encampment with mostly tents, there does look like there's a single structure that is gray, that is a little taller than the others, almost like a tower. And it's large by comparison to what everything else is that's here. And there does appear to be like some kind of green and blue glow coming from it. But there isn't really anything else to add to the details that I'd already provided. Unless you were to sit here and watch for a while, there may be other details to glean from this, but it's a amalgamation of, well, not really, that's not the right word at all. It's a collection of chainless, and then the army that they're building, and then the ones that are captured, set aside, ready to be mind controlled, essentially. And there, you do see that there is like a shadow drake, one like that you guys had seen in the that you fought in the Rattlelaugh Isles in the jungle before. That's like chained to the ground, but it's like breaks one part of the chain, and there's like a bunch of guards that are set up ready in case something like this happens. And you can't hear anything, but you see them, like one of them takes a spear or pole arm or something and like jams it into the side of the beast's arm, kind of like pinning it to the ground. Again, you can't hear anything, but they're actively working on making sure these things don't escape and get out.
I'll come back. It looks like more of the same. Like they're still just doing what they were doing originally. Are we doing something about this?
That's a good question.
But we're trying to decide.
What happens if we close this portal and like they're just stuck there? Would that be the right call? Or do we want to, liberate the creatures they have as well?
We need to make sure that the trees get through first, and then we should speak to Razir. We can't make the decision without everyone here, right? This is a democracy.
No.
You do hear towards the front of the cave, the opening, and Enosis and Bertrude and Razir
Speak of the devil, and he shall appear.
at the portal. Or at the,
It's not a
I wouldn't
devil,
call
he's
him.
dead.
I wouldn't call him a devil. He's just gross looking. Hey,
Oh Lord!
Not even that bad. I'm just really pale.
Look really sickly. That's all.
That's it.
I'm not
That's
that
a me.
ugly.
And
I'm
My
not
mom
really
always
ugly.
said I was pretty.
Enosis goes over to talk with
No.
Xander a little bit, and Bertrude kind of thanks Xander separately from the rest of you. Enosis kind of like holds up a hand and waves at everybody else, and
We're like,
yeah.
over here!
All right. I'll hustle on
Uh-huh.
over.
Yeah.
What's going on?
I think B2's just
He's
still
just
pointing.
constantly pointing at them. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
actually,
okay,
quick
well-
question, Tim. Now that I've come back out, is Darrow still there on the wall on the portal?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Is he pointing too?
Nope. Well, yes, yeah. It mirrors whatever you're
Okay,
doing. So,
all right.
Yeah.
Creepy.
Yeah. Don't mind the man in the window. Behind the man in the window.
You're like pointing at yourself in the reflection.
Right. Yeah, it's the Feywild.
Yeah. Well, the
Walk
chainless
over
are actually
closer.
still there.
Walk over closer to the portal. And look. Oh. Yeah. That makes sense. Hey, Gnosis.
Like, good job, Xander. And like turns around. I've got to go talk with your friends. And kind of like goes up the stairs and comes over. Bertrude stays with Xander. They're having their own private conversation. Yes, friend, Razir.
Right. So here's the portal back to the Feywild, assuming this is the Feywild, and it's kind of what we're going off of. There's a number of chainless. They got a camp in there, and that's where they're getting all the Fey creatures they've been capturing. You got a way with dealing with that? Because I think we might still want to be closing this portal and not have to deal with all them.
I don't have a problem with dealing with chainless. I've fought them before, but I think that he like goes over and looks through, kind of like puts one branch up over his brow and can't really see a little bit. Sticks his head through the way that Garen did. Kind of looks a little bit. Pulls back. I think we can circumnavigate their defenses. I don't think we're going to be making a head-on attack or anything, but it's possible I could pull together some... And I said Shadow Drake earlier. It's not shadow creatures that are in the Feywild. It's Fey creatures. Yeah. That was a
That's where I was confused for a second.
I apologize for it. Just realized that I made that mistake when that description. So, anyways, it's something else from the Feywild. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
A Fey Drake.
There you go. It's a Fey. It's sure. It's one of those. It's one of those frog, multi-legged creatures that you fought in Solium 468. There you go. It's big and beefy and bulgy. Anyways.
Bulgy?
Yes, bulgy. That's an adjective. Don't worry about it. I think we can... Maybe I'll have the ability to pull together some forces and take on this chainless base ourselves. Now that I've rescued, or you've rescued Bertrude, I think that I've rallied within myself, and I look forward to being able to help you in any way that I can from the other side. If you need my help, that is.
Right. Well, that's appreciated. Not sure if or when we'll be able to reconnect. But if you think you got friends or something that could help you deal with them, we can just shut this down and cut them off from, receiving any supplies or something. Might be able to smoke them out. I don't know how interested you are in rescuing all them other creatures down there, but if we could just leave that to you, that'd be mighty fine.
Now, even if we can't take them down, we'll certainly go out trying. We must attempt to rescue those that are down there. So, and by the way, to set the picture of this portal, again, it should have been from the very beginning, but I'm just bad at my job. So the portal is like maybe 15 or 20 feet wide, and it's about 30 feet tall. This is a very big portal. This is not a person-sized portal. So Gnosis has absolutely doesn't even have to duck down, or maybe a little bit.
It was
to get
made for that to have creatures come through.
Large creatures come through. Exactly. Yeah. So that's kind of the visual to paint that perspective. Anyways, I believe we can handle this mission, Razir. You've done quite enough for us already.
Yeah.
I mean, does anyone else feel bad about sending the 2 trees? I mean,
Well, I mean, they have the chance to go find some more friends, get some help, let someone else in the Feywild know. I'm sure most people there ain't going to be too happy about these folks showing up and capturing creatures, people, things, whatever.
You're right.
It is.
You're right, Razir. And he looks towards B2, but continues talking to Razir, but looks at B2 and squints slightly. Looks down at.
I'm still pointing.
I don't believe that any of the governments within the Feywild are aware of exactly the level of chainless presence that's in our homeworld. If I notify one or all of the 12 courts, I'm sure that we can rally a defense and defeat them.
Then again, what if some of the courts are working with the chainless to get their rivals out of their way?
Sounds
Surely
like a
nobles would never do that to each other.
Louise, you make a very fair point. That sounds almost like a really large side quest.
Which would take about 3 months' time to complete. Is that it?
Alex is like, nope, I don't hear anything. Nope, this is not happening right now.
That's not my side quest.
Not my side.
No, let's be real.
Screen.
Blackstar would stay here. A new character would join us for the side quest. Is that it?
Ooh, a Fae. Oh, an Eladrin. I'd do that.
Ooh.
But I think if we're ever going to be successful against the chainless, we have to put faith in our allies. If we go to the Fae, there's no promise that we're coming back, and then we're dooming this our home to the Chainless.
Yeah, I don't think we can risk going. Got too much to do here, and ain't got no way to get back should the portal go. And we do want these portals closed. So I'm not sure we know how to turn one off and not the other, because that shadow fell one. I don't think we want that one open at all.
So we look at it like we can do more good on this side.
Yeah, at
Yes.
least to us, the more important thing's going on here.
I'm trying to
And-
assuage my conscience here.
I
Do you have a
think
conscience?
it's
Okay.
doing more good here, and putting faith in people we can trust to do good there. Because we can't trust everyone to do good here.
B2, you're so wise.
Plus, there's a bigger issue, is if Cerberus was from the Shadow Realm?
Shadowfell.
The Shadow Realm.
You've activated my trap card.
The Shadowfell, then chances are there are people in the Shadowfell working for the Chainless.
Oh,
Yeah, well, I mean, there's Cerberus.
Yes, exactly. Cerberus
Straight up.
probably pulled some allies. So I think we have to, unfortunately, leave the Fae at this time to its own defense.
I got faith in the big guy. He
I
can
do
handle
too.
himself, and I'm sure he's got ways of getting a hold of friends to help out dealing with a few dozen chainless and some beasties, or maybe not beasties, but
Besides,
Control-
the Fae is about freedom.
fellow creatures.
Are you saying this same thing is happening in the Shadowfell?
To some
Possibly.
degree, yeah. They had creatures from both places. I don't think they were picky on where they got servants, things they were controlling.
Unpaid interns.
I mean, good help is hard.
Unpaid interns.
Right.
I'm sure if we put our heads into the other portal, we'd see something similar.
Alright, go pop your head to the portal.
No.
It's not going to do that. Nah.
Are you scared of the dark?
No, I just don't want to be used for my eyes again.
He's sensitive. Stop pushing him.
Wait, are you scared of the dark because you can't, like, hit it with your fists? Is that it?
Who said I can't?
I was about to say, I don't know. His
Brazier, can you do the darkness?
Oh,
That's such a great barbarian answer, though.
I'm a bit
He
aroused.
says I can.
So
Not a punching he can do now.
it would seem as though time is of the essence for us to go through the portal.
Yeah, I think sooner. I mean, I
there's
see
a
these
gap
two
in the
bodies here.
patrol.
Y'all found
Y'all.
some guys saw you or something. You see other
Yes.
patrols coming around?
Not at this time, but this patrol spotted us early, and there has to be somewhat of a gap if we've been here for 3 hours, and this is the first time that there's been a problem because they noticed
that-
us at the gate.
That or these are just like posted guards rather than patrols. Either way, the sooner we get this portal shut, the more confident we can be they ain't coming through.
Exactly. I think it's been decided then.
Once
Sounds
you
like
it.
once you close the portals, there's no telling whether or not we'll ever be able to come back. I don't know whether or not there'll be an opportunity for us to talk again. So, because time is of the essence, we'll make our goodbyes. Unless you do have a way of contacting us.
I'm pretty sure can sending go through planes?
I don't think
Y'all
so.
think-
Yes. No, that's message. No, that's
I don't
that's
think
Wait,
either
worse.
send-
sending is evocation?
You evoke.
Was that not a thing that happened in Critical Role, but they just did it wrong or something? They used sending to talk to
You
someone.
can send a message across any distance, even to another plane of existence. Put the target on a different Wait, but if the target's on a different plate than you, there's a 5% chance that the message doesn't arrive.
Interesting.
Okay.
Learned something new today.
And for some reason, it's not divination, it's evocation.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah.
that's weird.
In the new rules, it's divination, but the OG ones, it's evocation. It's so weird.
Interesting. All
So
right,
Xander will have a way of getting a hold of us if need be.
yeah, and
Yep.
I think if things continue the way they're going, there's a chance Xander will eventually learn a way to get us there too, if we need to. So, yeah.
Quick
I don't think this
question:
is
the plane shift and the magic rock, what's it attuned to? I think we said that we talked about that when you got it, because this plane shift needs to be attuned to a certain plane, right? Oh, I'm
Correct.
misremembering.
I would have to go and look at my notes for the heist. At
Did he
the
put it
vampire's
on his
estate.
character sheet?
I don't. Do you want me to go look that up right now?
No,
or-
it's not. No, don't
Okay.
have to
we
do
can
that
always
now.
retcon it.
Yeah.
That is true.
He
I
doesn't
do
even
not.
have it in his inventory. What the hell?
Maybe he thought
Probably
you
the
put it in the
notes.
back. The
Did we put it in the
Yeah,
back?
or that.
or the hole. Sorry. I don't know. Some people take better notes than other people. I don't
Pearl
know.
protection. Nope, not
Um,
in the hole.
All right. Well, you guys didn't take it then. It doesn't exist. That's just it. That's the rules of D&D.
Gone forever.
Doesn't exist anymore. Never existed to begin with. Anyways,
What never existed?
Gone.
exactly.
Turn to ashes. I used the stone to destroy it. Sorry, Tim.
Yeah, I think it's time to go.
All right then.
But yeah, we'll be in touch should we need, and if something comes up, the board can contact you. We'll let you know. Keep in touch
He
should we need to.
calls over Bertrude, comes over, and they both kind of bow low, their branches kind of touching the ground a bit. It's been a pleasure. Thank you very much for your assistance in finding my betrothed and helping us put our family back together. I hope that we will meet again. And then looks over at B2 again and kind of squints slightly. I feel like I've seen you before.
Yes, we met a couple days ago.
But now,
Yeah.
I know, but I'm referring to more in the distant past.
Is it because do all Warforged of the Royal Court look the same?
Most of them do.
Then perhaps I share a similar face?
You look
I do.
slightly different, almost like they're copies of you, and you were the original.
Whoa, just a bunch of
Wow.
posers.
What does it mean? But I'm batch 2,
Huh?
test 8.
I don't know anything more than you look similar and older, like one of the first designs in a series, and they were somewhat newer. I could be wrong, just making speculation, but I just your
Toodaloo.
design just
Anyways,
seems-
bye-bye.
Okay, interesting. Design looks.
yes, your design just looks older. That's all. Anyways,
Old man.
No, not me too.
well, when I go to the various courts and begin requesting help, I'll have to do a bit more investigating. Maybe the next time we talk, I'll have more information for you.
I would appreciate that greatly. Thank you.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
Did anyone else have anything they wanted to say to the two of them before they walk through the portal?
Doo-doo-doo.
I'm good.
They walk through the portal and kind of stand on the outside of it, or on the other side of it, looking towards you guys, kind of waiting. Kind of like Bertrude looks outwards, kind of keeping watch, and Novus kind of looks inwards expectantly, like you're going to close the portal while they're standing there waiting.
How do we close the portal?
Go turn any levers that are up, down, and
Can I-
Xander. Xander.
Punch it. Can I just
Yeah,
destroy
because
it?
at this point I was just thinking we just smash it.
Maybe. We could also shoot all them canisters, or just unplug them canisters, disconnect them.
Don't worry, guys. We know what we're doing.
Mhm. Is anybody proficient in Arcana besides Xander?
I am half proficient.
Yeah, he has jack of all
Yeah.
trades.
I will allow you to make an Arcana check if you would like to examine the controls or the canisters.
by
on
the way,
portal to try
Fun
and decipher.
fact: in Pathfinder First Edition, there are certain skills like Arcana that you can't roll for if you're not proficient in them, unless you are barred with the equivalent jack of all trades, which is really cool.
Cool.
Yeah.
So with the 24, it looks like there was like a tuning fork made of crystal that is one of the things that's floating on a 45-degree angle, kind of diagonally supported or suspended above one of these control panels that's here. There's a bunch of glyphs, and like there's even note papers on there with writing on it with like, I don't know what languages you speak, but there's different kinds of
Primordial
languages
and
written on them.
Common.
Primordial and Common, so you don't recognize what's here.
And thieves can't.
Yeah, it's not that either. A
No.
couple of levers and everything, but you you get the sense that the crystal tuning fork, which is shaped to look like a branch with leaves coming off of it, but it is like a semi-translucent crystal material. You're not quite sure what it is, but you do ascertain that like a bunch of these glyphs are kind of like pulsating and running towards it. It looks like the canisters are powering everything that's here. So one option would be to destroy the canisters, maybe sever the power lines that are here, but a simpler solution on your 24 would be to simply just remove this crystal.
All right, so Black Star's looking, and then all of a sudden he just Eldritch blasts this crystal.
You're going to Eldritch Blast the crystal.
Yeah.
Is the language Sylvan?
Some of it is.
Okay, because B2 can read that.
Okay.
too.
Ooh.
So do you go over and assist him in this process?
Yeah, yep.
Okay.
I think.
So right at the point, and you go over, and it's like it's a paragraph of Sylvan, and then a different language that you don't recognize, and then like a couple of scribbles of Sylvan, and like read tuning fork to Feywild, discovered in the ruins of Paraba, allocated 10, 11 years ago, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And you're like, simply removing this crystal will disable the portal on a temporary basis until the crystal is...
What happened?
Wow.
Actually, go ahead and roll your attack.
Okay.
I dare you to roll a natural
You said ruins of Paraba, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, alright.
Two of them shoot out. Oh,
Maybe
that's
just go check on the world map.
Oh, wow.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, well, my description stands.
You have advantage, don't you?
He does.
Double crit,
Double
come
crit.
on!
Sorry. Anyway, I accidentally called someone. I
Wow.
wasn't looking at my phone, and somehow I called them. Anyway,
A drunk dialed. That's fine.
yeah,
Somehow, yeah, right.
All right, damage.
I mean, sure. Yeah, go ahead and roll damage.
25 points of damage.
Max.
Wow,
So
and
you
max.
Crit
Wow.
and max damage.
Uh-huh.
And then the
Like,
second
so-
one,
B2, you're reading this like right next to you, like not even 3 feet to your left. It just explodes, and the entire portal. you look, you're like enticed to turn around. Hearing this explosion, you hear the as it like powers down. You look around, and Gnosis is just standing there waving as the portal slowly, like almost like not crumbles, but it's like that weird portal-y effect where it doesn't just collapse instantly. It like slowly fades in certain parts to the center. And he like leans down as the thing gets smaller and smaller, and you see sitting on his shoulder the woman with white hair.
B2 angrily goes, "What did you do?
What do you mean? I figured out how to close the portal.
You permanently closed the portal. We just had to unplug it." And he'll like slam his hand into the side of the arch.
Okay. Yeah, by the time you get over there, the portal's closed. So it's just,
like it's
kinda
like an
smack it.
anger, like
Yep.
yeah.
It wasn't just, by the way, it wasn't just her sitting there, but she had like a smile on her face. She seemed happy, and in B2's mind, even though she's on the other side of the portal, he just hears, "We'll find each other again soon. Don't worry."
Oh, they're so cute.
And the portal closes and go over and hit the archway.
Well,
I didn't know I wasn't supposed to do that.
I was finding the answer.
Right. I found it faster.
But I found the better answer.
yeah. Let's hold
Right,
off
well,
on
it's too late
shooting
now.
things.
Let's go make sure the other one gets closed as well. Go over to the other controls and see if there's a similar tuning fork.
So should I blast this one too?
Wait, before you do that, does anyone know? Because P2 seemed to be able to read the instructions on the other one. Anyone read these?
I mean,
Why are
I'm
you
not-
looking?
Tim,
Why
I
are you looking
speak.
at me? Why are you looking at me?
Xander can read all writing.
Oh,
so
yeah,
he
that's
could
right.
read all of the notes if we needed.
Yes, but he's not here.
I'm
He's
not
soaking
very
on the
Alright.
boat.
So
And
let's
primordial.
dwarvish, draconic, gnomish, halfling. I'm
Okay.
guessing that's a
Part
note.
of it is in.
speech
Part of it
added
is
onto
in.
that.
What did you say?
Draconic, dwarvish,
No.
gnomish, halfling.
Yeah. What did Razier
And
say?
I added deep speech onto that.
Okay, so it is in
Deep speech.
Draconic and Deep Speech.
All right.
Mhm. Yep.
Any other languages? Thieves can't.
No, no, there's not. There's no thieves can't.
Thieves can't.
And again, it's not just like this document is in this language. It's actually like mixed. Like for
Alright,
some
got
reason
TA
they
instructions.
purposely.
Swedish, English, Spanish.
Swedish fish.
Yeah.
It's not like the instructions are written in this language and then they're written in this language. It's like a paragraph is explained.
Purposefully
Yes.
written in multiple
Subverted.
languages.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
To
make
make
it
it
hard.
difficult. Yep.
For everybody but Xander.
But there
Just like,
there is a
easy read.
similar crystal. It is in the shape of a sword. It's like a really finely made dark blade. It's small. It's a tiny little. It's like maybe a foot tall. On there. I just want to one point of note because you would notice this over at the portal as you see these tendrils kind of coming out of it and very very minute movement coming from this worm like texture that's on the ground around it. Through the portal, just like with the Feywild portal that was open and you could see through it. Feywild.
Hey, lad.
Looking into this
Feywild.
equally big portal that's here, it is just shadow and darkness. There is nothing that can be seen through it. However, there seems to be some kind of something sticking through the portal, like just like you stuck your head through it to see on the other side. Because whatever this is sticking through it, it's like maybe magical darkness on the other side of the portal, but on this side, whatever it is that's sticking through, it can just be seen. And it looks like, for lack of a better description, a really big butt that is sitting like as though something is sitting with its butt through the portal with its back to it, but it's like leaning forward, so its whole back and back of it isn't sticking through.
It's mooning us.
It's
How very inappropriate.
it's like almost the full width of the portal. So it's a really big butt, and it does have a tail, which is kind of not moving at all. It's like almost like it's blending in with the weird veiny texture on the ground as well. So it's been blending in, and looking over at it, nobody noticed that. What did I say?
When he said it's a really big butt, it just made it. It's like I'm like, yeah,
The delivery.
Cool. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I'm just giving you the description. Anyways, it itself is kind of like a dark purple gray color, and then the tail. You don't know. This may have been here the entire time. You're not sure. It blends in so well, but just because you're focused on it now, you're over on this side, looking at the crystal, looking over at the portal. You definitely notice it. You're not sure what would happen if you close the portal.
Can I poke it?
Do you?
Don't touch the
If
butt.
Touch the butt.
If I'm capable of doing it, yeah. If it looks like completely not part of the portal, I'll poke it.
Does anybody?
Let-
Garen is walking over towards
let's-
this.
Hold on, Garen. Let's just this and be done with it. Not mess with anything, maybe.
All right.
Oh, no, I want to see what happens.
First, but yeah, exactly. That's why I shouldn't do it.
Garen? Do you ignore what he's saying and go and do it anyways? On your way over?
No.
Already no. Okay.
I looked at him when he called my name, and I was like, all right.
Yeah, not to be a fun killer, but Shadowfell stuff seems a bit sketchy. So I don't know if we want to get involved with nothing more.
Well,
I start walking
There.
towards it. Can I touch it?
No,
Pulling the
Black.
knife.
You pull the crystal sword. Yeah. Okay. So you pull it off. The same thing as before. The portal begins to close slightly, and as the bottom of
The
it
butt gets
does,
smaller.
the butt like gets like picked up off the ground slightly as the portal begins to close. Not like it's cutting it off or anything. It's just like it's getting smaller, and the butt just raises up into the air, and it's like whatever creature this is attached to realizes this happens, and like you see a scurrying motion, and the tail quickly withdraws into the portal. And the portal gets like smaller and smaller, and then before it closes, and it's still probably about maybe 5 to 10 feet in width, right? As it's kind of this weird closing texture that's happening, or image. A head sticks through. A dragon's head.
Oh, Lord.
And
It's a butt check.
out into the area where you guys all are. Did that make any noise?
No,
I heard
Not
a
really.
Yeah,
I heard a
small.
little bit of it.
I
Yeah,
didn't hear
Okay.
anything.
I guess
Like it farts
I guess just
from its
me
mouth.
and Chris were paying attention
Let
and
me
heard
just
it.
double
That's all.
check on where this is.
No, the dragon butt.
Dragon butt.
This would be.
Dragon butt.
What a great show. What a great show. This is a. So this isn't going to catch everybody. I am going to have everybody roll just a straight d20. The two of you that roll the lowest are going to get caught in this. Oh.
Let's go!
Ooh, it was almost a 1.
Yeah, so Garen's safe.
This
Right.
is considered an attack.
Razier is safe.
Do we have a roll from
Ow.
Blackstar?
Yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Is this an
Reserve.
attack?
It is not.
All right.
When Razier called me, I just walked
This is
toward
just a-
walked toward him.
Who said Dex?
Oh, you
No, just
straight
a straight
D20.
D20.
Just a straight d20.
It's not a save. It's just to see who's
Who
getting
it
hit.
hits.
Who
And
gets
then it'll
Who's
be
whacked?
going forward.
Wow.
Let's go!
Wow.
Let's Alex!
Me too.
Let's go!
So
Me too,
Louise,
just got out of it.
Louise and Blackstar, I need both of you to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
No, and we do that with advantage, right?
You do.
Nice.
Okay. 22 is a success. I'm waiting for. Did Louise already roll and I missed it?
Yeah.
Oh, it's right. It's literally
you
right
got
there.
it.
Literally right there. Gotcha.
Right in
I
front
was
of
like,
me.
wait,
succeed.
did I lag out again?
You both
Wait.
take 12 points of lightning damage, as it's not just lightning, but it is like a cloud that was
Lightning
shot
bolt,
in a
lightning
straight line, and then there's electricity that's like comes afterwards through it, kind of arcing around and like strikes both of you. Both just, yeah, you're just. Okay.
I want to return fire if I can.
Okay. It's
This is not an
it-
attack.
you can.
Fire.
If you want to roll your attacks, you can. It's going to withdraw its head before the portal closes and cuts its head off. So, but you can get off your.
No,
attacks.
yes, I recovered it earlier. I cast command on it.
You cast
22 to
command
hit.
on it.
Yeah.
Okay. 22 does hit. Yeah. Let's.
Wisdom save.
Okay.
16 force damage from the 2 shots.
There it is. I'm sorry. What kind of save? Wisdom save?
Wisdom.
Gotcha.
And I tell it, stay.
Wisdom.
Hey.
17.
17.
Let's see if he
Okay.
passes.
It's going to use a legendary legendary
Ah,
resistance.
Oh yeah.
It was gonna have his head cut off.
Of course,
it
has
rolled really low
legendary.
on its beam for its damage, but yeah. So it rolled a 14 on its save. So it like shakes its head slightly and pulls it through, like, and it's like bottom of its chin and like the horns that are on the top of its head kind of get caught in the portal a little bit, and it like you see its eyes go wide for a second, like it realizes that it's maybe about to pop, and then like it just like forcibly rips itself through as the portal
Channel.
Finally.
Do we have a dragon horn?
closes. You can go and make an investigation check if you want to. See
Does
if-
Sentinel work with like things that are bigger than me?
Yep.
Wow. Okay. That's awesome.
I rolled a nat 20. That
Nat
means we have a
20.
dragon horn, right? That's how that works, Tim, right?
there looks like there is a single scale, dragon scale, on the ground, which blends in with the rest of the coloration of everything around. And right next to it, there is a little tip that's probably about 3 inches
Just the
of
tip.
one of the horns that seems to have broken off on the end.
Hey, Garen, I know you like collecting rocks, but what about the tip of a dragon's horn?
It's not a rock, so you could answer that.
All right,
He's not wrong though.
all right, because I wanted to keep the scale. I was like, maybe someone else wants the tip of the horn.
Just the tip.
Just the tip, Blackstar. Yes, just the tip.
I'll take it.
take
I'll
just
give
the tip.
Blackstar my tip.
Wow.
I take just the tip from Felix. Just the tip.
Wait, Felix.
Felix!
Blackstar has transcended the fort wall.
Yes, correct. I take Louise's tip. Just the tip.
All right.
I
And,
can
I'll-
never mark this on YouTube as being family friendly.
Yeah,
So
It's just
and
the-
I'll
It's just a
add
dragon horn.
dragon scale to my.
So dragon tip.
Plenty of hidden adult jokes in cartoons. We're good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
that's true. Well, specifically on YouTube, the question is this content designed for children? And the answer is
no.
absolutely not.
No.
I
So
mean,
If,
Never
if
is.
I call it, Tim, if I call it Shadow Dragon scale, I feel like we know what that is since it's from
Yeah.
the Shadow. All right.
that's
All
fine.
right, I'm gonna call my item
butt dragon.
dragon tip in
Butt
parentheses.
dragon.
Just the tip.
I thought that was
Nice.
great, personally, having the
Yeah.
butt of the dragon sticking through the portal. That was great.
Butt dragon.
Butt dragon.
Thank God.
But it was large
Thank
enough.
God. Razir stopped me.
That would make an angry dragon.
So it was not a
Angry
like
Garen as well.
just to kind of emphasize the gravity of what it actually was. Dragons, according to lore and legend, were wiped from the face of the planet during the first apocalypse. No one has heard or seen them at all in at least 100 years.
Was that a dragon?
I
Kind of looked like that big lizard we fought back in the Requiem, but like
I don't know what
Pointier.
you're talking about.
I mean, it
I'm
had
not really
horns.
sure what a dragon is, but
Kind of looked
Sounds
like
cool.
that blacksmith in River.
yeah,
I-
kind of similar features.
I've
Do they
read
look
about
anything-
these things.
You
they
can
look
read.
That's why
anything
they're
like
called-
dragonborn, like those lizard people.
Well, Dragonborn and lizard folk are two different people, Garen.
Yeah,
Right? Don't be racist.
They just
Wouldn't it
look
be-
scaly.
Wow.
You can't just call them scaly. What's wrong with you?
They have scale. I'm sorry.
They're a hard-working
It just,
people.
it just
Well,
Just-
you're just like grouping all of them together.
It's not okay.
Who's a racist now, Black Star?
Who, me? I'm not. Mine. I have plenty of Dragonborn and lizard folk friends.
I'm not
Wow.
racist. My dad's a
I'm
Dragonborn.
racist. I have no plenty of friends of mine who belong to that species. It's fine. Okay. I'll shake their hands. It doesn't bother me.
it's just
And of course, as you're shaking their hands, I'm guessing you're stealing from their purse, right?
That's not important, and I don't wipe my hand after I shake it. So I'm just saying.
That's weird. No one suggested that you did.
I mean,
Well, I just wanted to make it clear.
have you been accused
Interesting.
of that before?
Not at all. I mean, I get sweaty sometimes. I'm on fire. all
How'd this get turned around on you?
wait.
No, I don't
Where's
like it.
Xander when we need him?
Wait,
Yeah, Xander's
real
spinning
question,
the.
real quick. When you sweat, wouldn't it like evaporate
Oh my
like
God.
immediately?
Felix.
Oh, look at the time. Where are we going next?
What happens when I sweat?
Can you
Dude,
sweat?
what?
Sweat a lot, B2.
Would be like oil.
And this is why
For
it
the
takes 4
joints.
months to do 1 day's worth of content. This is the exact
Because
reason
we
we're here.
have tons of fun
D&D.
the whole time.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I only have one boss fight planned, and then that's all I need. You got
we
everything
might,
else.
We might not even get to it in 3
One
minutes.
tavern. That's all you need.
Well, I mean, I'll be a player, so there might be a little bit of a difference there. Keep everybody
Let's
on
go.
point. You don't think so?
I think you'll cave.
You're gonna have too much fun
Absolutely
derailing
not.
things yourself. You've been waiting for the moment.
We're going to derail your entire campaign. In fact, we're going to cancel this campaign. You're the new DM, and that's
Who's
it.
the most boring person in the tavern? I want to strike up a conversation with them.
What's his name? What's his life story?
I want to know what
I'm
he's
used to
about.
this. This is how my players run, so bring it.
Anyways,
Anyways.
you've successfully closed the portal.
All right,
Gnosis
Okay.
is gone.
well, that's taken care of.
So now we need to go get
Uh,
the Buttercup doppelganger.
Shadow pony.
Yeah, we got that to deal with. We got that ooze in the walls down there. We might want to consider
Oh,
doing
that's
something
right.
about. And then that
Yeah.
cave ship creatures. We got to keep an eye on them now that this portal's closed. We can't necessarily send them back.
I mean, we can.
Also,
can't
everything from there seems kind of. Oh yeah, we do have the.
Wait, weren't we supposed to send Buttercup back into the Fey realm?
we? No, we're giving
It
you
was
a
a thought. It was a
Oh.
thought, but we were
Mine.
gonna
mistake.
bring him back to
No, we were gonna
Dreek.
try and help him get his memory back,
Who's in tomorrow?
hopefully with the shadow creature. And afterwards, he was gonna see if that worked, and then if he wanted to go back.
Okay. So now
But
he's just going back to Dreek because we took away the other option.
Yeah.
Yeah, we.
That's enough. That's enough. All right. Look, it's like when that lightning bolt struck.
Are
The
you
mass of
French
the
now,
ship.
Black Star?
We.
we
Remember when the wizard struck the ship with the lightning bolt? The mast. Remember that? It
Yeah.
was blue
Yeah.
like
Wait, like that, so
Just like that.
you broke the mast?
Where
Not at
is
all.
Buttercup?
that. Where is But? It's a good, excellent question.
You dropped him off in the skipper.
on the ship.
I
Yeah,
left him
he's,
on the
uh,
ship.
with
Jumper.
with Xander.
Him and Xander
Talk
just
to
chatting.
him. He can't.
Yeah, there. Oh, he can't.
Oh, you can't? Oh,
Yeah.
really? He doesn't have the speak to animal thing?
He doesn't have to speak with animals.
I feel like
Um,
Xander's still
no.
just talking to him anyway, just letting
Probably.
out all his problems.
I mean, now neither can I because I'm tapped out of spells.
Buttercup is kind of
You get ritual,
walking.
can't you?
No, it's not. It's a ranger spell, not a cleric spell.
I didn't think
You
that
can't
mattered.
I ritual spell it.
Okay,
Spe-
you can do it. I can.
Interesting.
Rangers don't have ritual spells, I believe.
Buttercup is kind of walking the area through here and just kind of going up to each dead body of like the scientists, now the new fresh chainless bodies that are on the ground, and kind of like sniffing them and kind of like picking at their clothes a little bit with her teeth, and
No
Xander.
ritual.
and Xander's
You
following.
guys didn't mention Buttercup was so strange.
Have you seen yourself?
Oh. Wow.
Wow! I don't think
Spice
Garrett would know what to say to
Louise.
that.
Can we go up and do this shadow pony thing? I feel like it's weird down here. I don't like it.
We did what we needed to do. We closed the portals. We looked around.
Yeah. Did y'all check all these other cave offshoots?
Yes.
One blew up in Black Source face.
Oh, we
and
didn't
it
check where that bridge goes on the top. I mean, over there.
Should we go and do that?
Right.
Or we do that after we've helped Buttercup. Because we know what's over there. We don't know what's there. Might be longer to do that. And
Yeah.
So does
All
Buttercup need to come with us up there?
I don't know.
Maybe.
Are they looking for something right now as they're
What if we
prodding
have to,
the
like-
bodies?
What if we have to smush them together?
Now,
Well, I guess we're bringing him. Buttercup!
What if they have to like touch tongues or something?
I mean,
That'd
Buttercup kind
be
of
odd.
always has his tongue out. So
You usher Buttercup over to follow you, and she does.
does Karen do a few push-ups to cast Speak with Animals ritually?
No.
I
He's just
Garen,
gonna
can
hope.
you speak? Can you speak to her?
I can try. Just give me a moment. He'll sit down, and there'll be moments where he's like constantly opening his eye to see if people are still looking at him while he's trying to focus on doing this. And he'll grab some sand or dirt, whatever, something on the ground, and like pour it over him. He doesn't know what he's doing at all, but he's trying to figure out what Xander would do. He starts writing random symbols on the ground.
Blackstar's watching. Ooh, he's good. He's deep into it.
mean,
And
I was kind of scared he cut himself with the onyx, like dropping that on the shoulder, stuff like that.
And yeah, then I'll cast Speak with Animals.
Has Garen ever done anything like this before?
No,
Um,
that's why that's why he's just kind of doing randomness.
There was a moment there on camera when you brought your hand up for the first time and you were making the motion of like having the sand and kind of sprinkling it around, where I don't know if there was a distortion or something, but it looked like sand was coming out of the bottom of your hand, and I was like, wow, that's I thought because you reached down first and went up like this.
Dedication,
I'm like, he's just has sand like in a how is that possible?
I should.
I mean, don't
It's just
shoot
for
him!
One of those
realism.
Sand.
Zen gardens.
Yeah, that'd be great. And then he just pours it all over himself. That's just
Yeah.
method acting.
Zen.
Yeah,
Just a
so
bit.
you kind of concentrate for a bit and then think about what Xander would do, and there's this stoic feeling, that's kind of a poor description, but this feeling that comes over you that causes you to feel like you become one with the ground beneath you, and you concentrate quite a bit on this. It takes the full, is it 10 minutes?
Yeah.
The casting of this, right?
Well,
It's like
10 minutes
11.
and 6 seconds.
Oh, okay, sure. 10 minutes, 6 seconds. Cool. And the sand that you pull up is just onyx dust, essentially, on the ground that's here. And as you're sprinkling it around, it seems to, for everybody else, or I'm sure, I don't know if Louise is as ridiculous as Felix is in keeping track of things and being like on with how long things should be taking, but it seems like it took a little bit less time than normal, with having picked up the onyx and kind of sprinkled it around and over yourself. And it does, you do complete it, and you feel a warmth come over you and a little bit of saltiness in your mouth, a bit.
Guys, this is embarrassing. I don't think this is gonna work.
Why
Oh,
would you say that?
hello? Oh, the big
Oh,
I
strong,
mean, I would
that
say it's
thought.
starting to be traumatized.
the big strong guy is talking to me. This is cool. And Buttercup's like maybe 50, 60 feet away from you, kind of like picking at one of the dead bodies, and kind of like looks up and has like blood on her lips. Little pony. Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, it worked. Never mind. You can understand me. I don't know what I did, but he's trying to like remain as composed as possible. But he's very excited that he did any magic, or something even resembling magic.
Yep. Wow, you're like Xander. I've been waiting. Everybody just started talking in gibberish, kind of like they normally do, except for Louise. But hi, I'm Buttercup.
Yeah, we met. I'm Garen.
Oh,
Yeah, we're the reason I'm even doing this. This feels weird being the only person that can do this. Yeah, we're going to be heading upstairs to. Guys, what are we doing again?
We're gonna go reunite him with his memories.
We're gonna go reunite. Thank you. Reunite you with your memories. I don't know how we're doing that specifically,
Maybe.
but
It,
I'm not gonna
sure.
translate the maybe. I'm just
how
gonna,
does that work?
This really should be someone smarter. Yeah, so there's like there's a earlier we saw another you, but it looked really not right. So we're hoping that that'll solve everything. I'm not sure how. I'm sorry, I'm the one to tell you this. Someone else should be talking to you right now, but
Why?
Oh, it's not like you're giving me the news that I have some like horrible, terminal illness or anything. And she kind of like looks down at her body, raises like one hoof and then the other hoof, and kind of like looks back. The other one looks bad, like this, because I look pretty bad right now.
I think from what I remember, it looked like just a regular pony, but with its eyes being weird, or did it look also very warped?
The one that you saw
Looked like Buttercup used to look like.
correct.
Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah. Sure.
Oh,
It looked bad in a different way. I'll say that.
is where we're going dangerous?
It shouldn't be anymore. Well, there was that poison area. Other than that, though, I think everything. Oh, there's also a slime thing that was like damaging.
Slime. That sounds like fun. Are you translating all of this to the whole group or most of it?
No, absolutely
none
not.
of it. Oh, none of it.
At this point, Garrett forgot that he's just entranced in this conversation with but he's not doing a good job of trying to continue the conversation with everyone.
Okay. So I'll wait here,
no, I
and
don't-
you'll go take care of that, or like you need me to go with you to go get my memories. I don't. You're gonna
Hold
go
that
get them and
thought.
bring them back. Okay.
So I just told him what we're doing. Told her what we're doing. Are we bringing her with us? That's what she wants to know.
Oh. I mean, shouldn't we?
I mean,
Me too.
in either way, if we're all going except Xander for some reason, it'd be
I
good
mean,
to
we kind of
have.
need a ride out of here, so
He's sad.
working on that.
Yeah, he's made some questionable decisions, but
Haven't
okay,
we
yeah,
all?
we're bringing her. Yeah, we're bringing you too.
Oh. Okay. Sounds like an adventure.
There's you two. There's also B2.
Yeah, it
Um,
might just be safer for you to be with us than away from us, for being honest.
Okay. All right. Well,
All right,
we're going now.
cool. Are we going now?
Yes.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's happening right now.
Okay.
Okay. All right, we're good to go.
Big cooperative pony.
She's on board. She's ready to trot or whatever horses do.
Gallop.
Hmm.
I mean, we're not running.
And walk.
Oh yeah, we all walk, right? Okay. I'm just gonna
Although
walk forward.
It might be
I
weird
love this.
with the whole having to get through the gas chamber room at the top of the
All
stairs.
you or B2 walks through.
Was it an issue of holding your breath or something else?
It was
With
I don't
six
remember.
people, it was just a matter of
getting across
gotta
the
get
room.
through it quickly. Yeah, so only like a minute to do so with that many people in the hole. Something like
With how wounded
that. With the
Buttercup.
Because
Buttercup.
you can still take damage from it, even if you're not breathing it in. So
We went to the most of us were in the hole, so we can just do that again.
Yeah, it's just the same thing we did to get here, just go in the other direction.
Okay. Let's go.
okay.
Yeah.
You
The stairs were not trapped, right? There was
That
no
is
traps
correct.
you had to work around. Yeah. Okay.
yeah, he was checking for traps all the way down, and then there just wasn't anything there. So it's almost like Sir Brath was inviting you to come down.
Yeah. Freaking
His
teleported.
mistake.
You gather yourselves, preparing to go back up the stairs to this shadow creature, and planning however to get the memories back from or for Buttercup. And I think that is probably where we will call it this evening.